All right, guys, it looks like we are now live. How are we doing today? How is everyone doing today? Hopefully, everyone's day, or everyone is having a great day, I should say. Hopefully, everyone is having a fantastic, beautiful Saturday, midday, afternoon. Yeah, Saturday afternoon. How is everyone doing today? We're going to start in just like 4 more minutes. We'll officially begin the stream and go from there. How we doing, everyone? How we doing? We got in the chat so far. Let's see here. Oh, we got a good amount of people so far, actually. That's good to see. I love to see it. I love to see it. Let's see. We got Frosty, Airsoft Brewer, Michael Bailey, Frosty again, Max Jimenez, Jed Rippy, Gnarls, Lath Dagger, 8, Hun, Black Brick, my boy, who was first this time, Virgil Hill. Virgil Hill was first this time around with a second place from Shadow Minx. Very interesting to see. Very early to see you guys. Very early. Very, very cool to see. Very, very cool to see. Do me a favor. Let me know how the audio is coming in as well. I want to make sure that we are nice and audible, and we are very, very clear to hear. Just want to make sure that we are all good. Let's go here. So there we go. There we go. Let's see here. Restoring chat. There we go. Holy crap. Holy crap. We got a good amount of people right now. We got some more people joining in right now. Akrai, what's going on, man? Ty So Crazy. What's going? Wolfpack. Red Team Go. How you doing, man? How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? Let's pop this out. Pop this out. Hear you loud and clear. Good, 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 good. Let's go here. Internet's a little slow today, but we will make it through. We will make it through. We'll start in like 3 more minutes. In like 3 more minutes, we'll officially begin. Just want to make sure we're all. If you haven't already, please make sure to go ahead and leave a thumbs up on this live stream. We know that you guys are liking the content that you guys are seeing. It looks like we're at like 25, still increasing in terms of viewers, but only 8 likes. Only 8 likes, guys. Come on now. So come on now. Let's go ahead and bump up those likes. Slap the motherfucking like button. All right, let's keep going on. Coin collection tips. What's going on, dude? How you doing? How have I been, coin collection tip? Thank you for asking. I've actually been doing very, very well. My day has been very good so far. I have got a good workout in the morning. Made myself some breakfast. Went to work. Been just doing some things, right? And then, of course, right, every day that I get to stream, I always look forward to hanging out with everyone. It's always very, very fun hanging out with you because it feels like I'm hanging out with my homies, man. It feels like I'm hanging out with friends, man. At the end of the day, that's what it feels like to me. Tyson Crazy, thank you as well for asking. T6 came today. That's awesome, man. Your T6, that is going to be freaking sick. Love to hear it. I love to hear it. So yeah, on like 2 more minutes we'll officially at 35 we'll officially begin. Most people will have joined in by then. Hopefully. Let's see here. But yeah, man, freaking it is the 30th today, man. It is freaking crazy. We have like 1 more full day of 2023, and that's about it, man. That's all she wrote. 2023 is coming to a close. If you haven't already, make sure also check out our the short that I actually just uploaded, like I think 2 hours ago, an hour ago. I think it might have been like a little bit, an hour and a half ago now, where I just kind of did like a rewind kind of thing for 2023. And it was, dude, this year was actually really crazy. Today was actually, today was a real good year. Yeah, today was a year. This year was actually really, really cool. It was actually a very, very cool experience for me. I got to try a lot of new things, man. There's like literally from like BB Wars happening twice in Cali. Got to do more streams in general. Like it's just been a fun time, man. It's just been a very, very fun time. I'm very, very, very thankful that I've been able to experience a lot of cool things this year. It's been very, very cool. But yeah, man. Well, let's see. Like one more. It's about one. We'll look wait a few more seconds. Man, the internet is laggy. You know what? I think we're gonna have to cut this. There we go. That might take up a little bit of bandwidth. There we go. Yeah, as soon as I turn off the freaking music. Sorry, guys. I love having background music as well, but unfortunately, the internet does not like it. Taking up too much bandwidth. Whatever. Technology. What are you going to do, right? But without further ado, why don't we officially begin? Welcome, guys, to another Storefront live stream. My name is Isaias, and I will be your host for today's Hangout stream. As you guys, can see the title, it's the pre-New Year's Hangout, right? We're not doing anything fancy. We're not doing anything in regards to the shopping spree giveaway per se. No extra promotions going on. I don't want to go on and put any pressure on you guys. Honestly, I really like these more laid back, chill kind of hangout streams that I get to do with you guys. I find these all very, very fun. Very much a more of a vibe for me. Again, I just like to chill, hang out with you, and talk to y'all, right? Like talk to you guys again about some things. But yeah, today We're, again, not going to be any sort of major promos going on. Just want to hang out with everyone. I got some questions. I want to have a conversation with all of you guys. If you guys have any airsoft-related questions for me, you guys are more than welcome to ask away. Just put down the question down in the live chat. Can't be the comment section. Has to be the live chat specifically. I'm not able to see the comment section just yet. Just put the letter Q right in front of your question. Makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to actually see. Not only that, again, if you have any airsoft-related questions, or if you just want to ask me personal questions too, remember, it's a Hangout stream, man. It's a Hangout stream. We're just chilling. We just vibing. So feel free to go ahead and ask away. Hopefully, Casper won't completely derail the stream. Again, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Casper. You know I love you. Yeah, no, last time we got completely derailed, and we were talking about which burger is best, right? What is the best type of burger, right? But we're not talking about that this stream. I actually want to talk to you guys about just 2023 as kind of like a whole year, like just get introspective for a little bit, right? And just kind of take a look back and see what's happened this year. Was it a good year for you guys? Was it a great year? For me, I was talking about my experiences, but was it a bad year? Why so? And I'm very, very curious to hear what you guys have to say. And are you looking forward to 2024? Is there anything that you guys already have planned out? Again, there's going to be a podcast for tomorrow that's going to go live with Boaz, Cisco, and myself, but genuinely curious, are there any airsoft-related New Year's resolutions, or just any New Year's resolutions that you guys have this time around? I know it's kind of a cliche to talk about, what's your New Year's resolution? And then most people don't even keep up with it. But hey, you never know. Some people very much do. Some people very, very much keep to their promises and their New Year's resolutions, and I'm very curious if you guys are those people as well. Very curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. But I guess I go in and push a little bit, right? Right now on the site, we have plenty of sale items right now, plenty of discounted stuff, some up to like 50% off. It is actually crazy. These shocker deals are absolutely going insane right now, so you don't want to miss out, right? We have some of your favorite brands, Tokyo Marui, ASG, G&G, so much good stuff on here. Again, like these discounts are like pretty freaking good, man. Pretty freaking good. And again, this is the best way to go ahead and get entered into the Shopping Spree giveaway. Not only that, we have tons of mystery boxes that are available. Honestly, my personal favorites have got to be the premium Bigger Wins You Do Unboxing mystery box, and of course, my private collection mystery box. And these are boxes, all the YouTube boxes are all going to be based on your request. So if you guys have any specific things you were hoping to win, bear in mind, don't get too specific or too ridiculous in your request. Don't ask for like 10 microguns, because obviously, there's a budget that we have to adhere to. However, we have been known to make people's wishes come true. So again, just make sure to go ahead and put your request down in the notes comment section when you place an order for this. Or if not, feel free to DM us, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, whichever. Feel free to DM us with your order number, and we can definitely grant your requests from there. Right? But again, man, like this is going to be the last Storefront live stream of 2023. It's been a crazy year for me, but what about you guys? Has this been a good year for you guys? Has it been a bad year? Let me know down in the live chat. I am very, very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Just let me know if you guys have any questions, though. Q, right in front of your question. Makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to go ahead and see. All right, Frosty with the first question. No Q letter, I see. An idea when the Gate version 2 Bluetooth going to be restocked? Typically, bear in mind, this is all pre-COVID. Beforehand, it used to be 4 to 6 weeks for restock. Some items would be a little bit sooner, depends on what they were and where we're getting them from. However, for the Gate, I believe that one might be restocked with by like mid-January, I want to say, by mid-January. But again, just keep an eye on that, Frosty. If anything, just hit the notify me button next to the item's description, and you should be able to go ahead and be emailed once the restock actually does arrive. Coin collection tips. I got a G&G CM16 Mod 1, and the barrel keeps falling out, and I was wondering if there was a way to fix it. If there was a way to fix, interesting. The barrel, do you mean the inner barrel, the outer barrel? I would have to take a look, see what's going on. If anything, coin collection tips, DM us, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, with a video on what might be going on, and then look around, because again, it's hard for me to be able to see what exactly might be going on. It might be like that the hardware needed to keep the barrel in place just either is loose or stripped. Again, I would need to literally see it in order to know exactly what's going on. So DM us with pictures, videos. That'll be very, very helpful. I haven't done a stream since last year. Interesting. Maybe start again. Maybe time to start. Frosty, maybe time to start. Hector Toscano, Lancer Gen 3, still solid. Absolutely, man. Honestly, Hector, I would 100% have to agree with that, whether it be a Gen 1. No, that's not Gen 1. Honestly, you know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say something a little controversial here. For the money, a Gen 1, while the QC might not have been, as good as it is now. While the quality and the features might not have been the same as they are for the Gen 2s, honestly, if you were really, really on a tight budget and you were just looking to get a project, just something to just, start upgrading on or start building experience on how to tech, they weren't bad. They weren't terrible. Casper, speak of the devil, driving but here. Good to hear from you, buddy. 2024, I expect airsoft warfare. Dude, yes, buddy, yes. I'm telling you, man, more aquatic themed or like naval warfare style airsoft gameplay, that would be the best, dude. That's my dream. That's my dream come true. Michael Bailey, In-N-Out for sure. You're talking about the restaurant? Because I could go for some In-N-Out, man. I could go for some In-N-Out. Squirrely Nuts, good to see you again, man. Good to hear from you. Squirrely Nuts, by the way, have you been able to take out the Mark 46 yet for any sort of gameplay? Very curious. I do, like, on occasion check out, like, most, like, I'm not always on YouTube, per se, but I will on occasion check out, like, I'm like, oh, has he posted any gameplay of it yet? I haven't seen it yet. I could be wrong, but is there any gameplay of it, and when can we expect to see a full video for it? I want to hear it. I want to see it. Angel Fuentes, hola, ¿cómo estás? Gotta practice your Spanish. Sí, necesito practicar más español. Está muy bien, ¿y tú? Gnarls, does the Polestar Jack V3 kit complete? Does it complete the Elite? Or no, the site has no info and is listed as a conversion kit. Polestar V3 kit complete. I mean, it's not going to come included with the reg or like an additional line or a tank. But I mean, as far as the jack being like a thing, like it is. Yeah, like it's a complete jack. It's not missing any pieces per se, other than, again, just like what any other HPA like engine might need. Again, a reg, a tank, and a line. Frosty bought a case of LaCroix. That's my man. You know what's up. LaCroix is the drink of the gods. LaCroix is based as fuck. I don't want to hear any discourse about that. If you're telling yourself that LaCroix tastes nasty, or it's like Cisco says, boneless soda, sheeple, the whole lot of you. See, keeps going through. Audio's perfect. Good. I know I saw a few questions earlier that I want to answer those. Frosty, would the HPA Max hop-up work in an AEG? I honestly, when I've looked at the HPA, like, I couldn't really see a major difference. So I would honestly, you're not gonna really know until like 100% to try. Here's the thing: I've never really been. Well, I think max hop chambers are cool. I've never really been a big fan of changing out the hop chamber in the first place. I think if you want to try it, by all means, go for it. And I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work. Again, if anyone in the chat knows, like, feel free to go ahead and chime in on this as well. But from what I can tell, it didn't look like it was not incompatible. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work. But again, I've just never been a big fan of having to change out hop chambers in the first place, especially if the one you're using is fine. Anytime you swap out to like a CNC one, if you're not properly tuning it, man, you can get some misfeeding and shit. Like, it's so frustrating. Ask me how I know. Because I see it way too many times where guys will buy a max hop-up chamber, just immediately try to throw it in like a drop-in piece into their airsoft guns, and next thing you know, they're like, oh yeah, it doesn't feed as well, or it's not really feeding properly. Yeah, you needs a little bit of fitment there, It's a little frustrating when I see that with CNC hop-up chambers, advertising themselves as like fully drop-in, when in reality, some of them aren't. They just aren't. They're supposed to be, but they're not. So for me personally, I prefer sticking with the stock OEM ones as long as it's working. If it's not, change it out for a different one then at that point. But even then, it would take some convincing for me to get a CNC hop chamber. For me personally, again, I personally like just stick with the like polymer ones, rotary style. That's all I need. That's literally all I need at the end of the day. If it works, it works. Michael Bailey just ordered an MGC4 Mark II with mystery accessories box. Looking forward to joining the Mayo team. Michael Bailey, you were already part of the Mayo team, the Mayo Gang. That's what it is, the Mayo Gang, when you were watching these streams and you were being part of the community. But because you ordered the MGC4, you're just that much cooler, man. You are just that much cooler. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. And again, guys, if you didn't know, we actually do still have some MGC4s that are available as well. Just go on the site, Airsoft Guns, AEGs. There we go. Click Airsoft GI, MGC4 AEGs, and you will have an entire collection of them. We are running actually quite low on a few of these, specifically the solid black and the black and tan, or black and bronze, I should say. We're running very, very low on those. So if you guys were at all interested in getting literally the best gun of 2023, most likely going to be carrying that into 2024. Highly recommend you pick one up now while you guys can. And again, you'll also enter the shopping spree giveaway. It's $2,400, $2,400, which you guys can win. If you guys didn't know that, shopping spree giveaway happening next week, $2,400. That's absolutely insane. $2,400 can be yours. Let's see here. Frosty going to upgrade my AG with a Gate Titan V2 Bluetooth Nova trigger. It's just 12 to 1s. Warhead Ronin motor. Should I upgrade the? Do you mean piston? I think you mean piston. Should I upgrade the piston cylinder or the nozzle at all? It's design arms R15. I mean, honestly, R15's never really needed that much upgrading anyway, but if you have it open, you might as well go all the way. You know, just redoing the compression and making sure that it's like really, really tight. So it's a super efficient build. That's what I would probably suggest, since you're already, like, you're putting in gears. You already have it open. You might as well go all the way. You know what I mean? Like, no sense in opening it up and then not redoing it. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. For me personally, again, Zone Arms R15 doesn't require any sort of work whatsoever. However, if you want to go ham with it, you might as well go all the way. You know, just in for a penny, in for a pounding. That's what I always say, right? I don't even know where I heard that before, that expression. It sounds kind of dirty if you think about it. This one comes from Jed. What is your top 3 favorite guns in your collection? Ooh, Jed Rippey. That is a very, very good question. Top 3 guns in my collection. That's a tough one, dude. Okay, I guess. Yeah, okay. I guess I would have to come down to 249 is like got to be like one of my favorite ones. 249 has been like my go-to for so long, right? That was like, that literally, helped me stack so many freaking bodies at Milsim West, right? I've done so much damage at local fields too. I always like to call it the gun that killed Alphonse, right? Because the time that I got to play with him, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not a showboat at all. I really don't like showboating, but man, I freaking curb stomped him so bad. Dude, it was pretty bad. Like, it was pretty bad, right? I knew the field. That wasn't his field. I took advantage of the fact that, like, hey, I know all the sweet spots, on this map, and I'm gonna use it to my advantage, especially with an LMG, right? And he was cool about it. He was totally cool. He's nothing but a great sport. I got love for the guy. I'm a huge fan of his. So it's cool to know that was a gun that killed him several times. It's probably gonna be my 249. It's probably gonna be my Ares L1A1, the freaking FAL, the Rhodey FAL, just because, again, I'm such a huge, like, history nerd, right? Especially for, like, weird, obscure, like, moments in history or, like, Cold War conflicts that not too many people know about. So the Rhodesian Bush War has always been a fascinating facet of history for me. And I really wanted to get together. That was, like, for years I was doing it, and I made it happen. Over, like, it took me 2 years, I think, to do it, but I was able to make it all happen and put it all together, and I'm very proud of it. And then number 3... Oh God, that's a tough one. I'm always tottering between what the third one is, right? It would probably have to be my. Fuck, this is tough, man. This is really tough. I think I would have to be a toss up between my WeTech AEG Scar H. Just because that one, again, I love scars, and I literally got that here from GI at a boneyard sale that we used to have when we used to do boneyard sales up in the front. / swap meets. We had a boneyard section, and I remember finding one, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. And I, like, took it, and somehow I was able to get it up and running, and I put some more money into upgrade parts for it. I've taken that to Milsim West with me as well, and it's performed very great. I love that gun. Also got me several kills as well. And it's definitely one of my top 3. I would say, yeah, it's definitely got to be 249, FAL, and my Scar. Yeah, that's definitely got to be it. I'm realizing, like, I really am an FN fanboy at the end of the day. I really am an FN fanboy at the end of the day. FN herself. Leif Dagger 8. Anyone rocking an LT35? I personally don't own one myself. However, I've used plenty of LT35s. Solid, man. Absolutely solid platform for sure. No bad about it. Nothing bad that I can say about it at all. Frosty, favorite LaCroix flavor? Ooh, now these are the deep cutting questions. Now these are the deep questions that I love to hear. Favorite LaCroix flavor? Number 1 is gonna be the Raz Cranberry, man. I love Raz Cranberry. Number 2 has got to be the lime flavor, and then number 3 has got to be just the plain. I like just the standard plain. Here's why. My fiance and I actually do like to have a collection of, like, flavored syrups, right? So in case we ever do want to make our own kind of, like, sodas, we will have them available. And pairing it with just the plain is the best way to do it, right? When you have the plain, it's kind of like the vanilla of ice cream. Yeah, it's solid on its own and it performs great, right? And it's always satisfying. However, you can add onto it, right? It's a nice blank canvas for you to go out and paint onto, right? That's why I like the plain flavor too. But number one for me has got to be the Raz Cranberry. Every time I go to like Target, Vallarta, or any sort of like supermarket that I go to and they have LaCroix, always pick the three. I always go for, again, Raz Cranberry, lime, and plain flavor. Those are my top three. But yeah, a question for you guys was, now that 2023 is coming to an end, was this a good year for you guys? Whether that be for Airsoft or any other aspects of your life, was this a good year for you? Was it a bad year? Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions for 2024? We literally, New Year's is just like 2 days away. New Year's Eve is tomorrow, literally tomorrow. New Year's Day, 2 days away. So let me know down in the live chat. I'm actually very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Twisted Anthony 805. So I ordered my mystery box last. Does it count for tonight giveaway? We are not doing a giveaway for tonight. The next giveaway we're going to be doing is going to be the shopping spree giveaway. That is going to be going on next Thursday. If you bought a mystery box last night, if like you're saying, bought a mystery box last night, last night doesn't count for tonight. That's going to be entering you into Thursday's shopping spree giveaway. It's going to be happening Thursday, and again, that's going to be for $2,400. Today's stream is just a hangout stream. We are just hanging back, chilling, relaxing, maxing, relaxing. Hanging with the Airsoft community, answering all your beautiful Airsoft questions. And again, just having a conversation, man, just chilling. What was your year, Twisted Anthony 805? How was your year of 2023? Was it a good year? Was it a bad year? Let me know if you have any Airsoft related or non-related New Year's resolutions. Very, very curious. Deep questions. What did I miss? We're just talking about LaCroix flavors, man. We're just talking about LaCroix flavors, Mish. Always good to see you, man. Always good to see you, man. Frosty, new G&G GVR got the market stoked. No, absolutely, dude. Like, we definitely have been one of the guys that have been like pushing the new G&G gas blowback platform. Here, I'll pull it up. MGCR, right? The new gas blowbacks from G&G, they're sick, man. They really are sick. Like, I meant what I said when I genuinely believe that G&G gas blowbacks, specifically their rifles too. Their pistols, I think, have a shot too. I don't know. It's kind of hard for the pistols, but the rifles, I think, have the best chance of honestly supplanting Tokyo Marui as the go-to platform or go-to brand for gas blowback rifles. I genuinely believe that. And the reason why is because of how they're built. They're so freaking efficient, right? They're already built with kind of our specifications in mind, like, right? Because TMs are built for Japanese markets, right? G&G definitely has a little bit more, range in terms of its audience, in terms of, like, what it can satisfy for its specs. Like, again, this thing is already shooting at a higher FPS. I would say that this has comparable range to the MWS out of the box, and it's pretty dang consistent too. However, it's not 100% perfect. That's my downside of it. That's the one gripe that I have with the MGCR. It's not perfect. The one thing that needs to be improved, in my opinion, has got to be the bucking. Just for what I think, it's getting a little too cold for the bucking to handle, and it becomes a little bit inconsistent for prolonged usage. Swapping that out for like a higher quality, stiffer unicorn bucking, which have been slated to release soon. Honestly, I'm looking forward to that. That's what I'm highly looking forward to, is the unicorn barrel setup and components for the G&G spec gas blowbacks. That's going to be sick. It's going to be absolutely sick. Like, even Boaz, when we did the video, he admitted that, I kind of regret getting my M2. Actually, I believe the video went live yesterday, actually. Yeah, the video should have gone live yesterday. If you guys haven't already, make sure to check it out, too. But yeah, that video went live, and dude, I gotta say, I'm thoroughly impressed with what we can get from a G&G MGCR. Honestly, if they keep up this system, and if we can see more companies coming out with an aftermarket for the G&G MGCR, that'd be awesome, man. That's only going to do favors for the Airsoft community, right? We're going to have more options, right? Honestly, I kind of want to pick one up. I was really thinking, maybe I should get an MWS. But seeing how good the MGCR performs, I think I want to go for it. I think I want to do it, pick myself up an MGCR. Specifically, I'd want the carbine length. Admittedly, the only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the receiver style. This definitely looks like a really nice quality, civilian rifle. You know me, I'm a Milsim boy at the end of the day. I love my standard freaking receivers, right? This is a little too intricate for my taste, but I can make it work. But I can work with this, right? Who's to say that I can't just swap out the rail system for something else, right? I'm from what it I believe you might be able to go ahead and swap out the rails. If not, I can make this work too. I can just bake the rail too. I can just bake the rail, get the aesthetic that I'm going for. That ain't a problem for me. That ain't a problem for me. Honestly, I do like the Gauss 7 stock. It is a comfortable stock. However, I'd probably end up changing it out for a Delta stock just because I think I don't know. I think they're just a little cooler, in my opinion. Definitely goes for agrees with the aesthetic that I'm trying to achieve. But it's all subjective, really, at the end of the day, right? It is all subjective. But yeah, honestly, I am stoked for these as well. Angel Fuentes, great questions. You got any Milsim plans this year? Absolutely, you bet your ass I do. I have Milsim West coming up in February. It's a Clovis event, and then later on in the year there is a Insurgency event as well that I want to go to. That one I'm actually really looking forward to. I love Clovis event because I love Clovis as an AO. I think it's really sick. I love how cold the environment actually is. I love how much like rain I can usually get. It feels nice. It's a nice change. I don't like the desert, man. I freaking hate the desert sometimes. It's hot. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Honestly, just going in a place where it's like, I can bundle up in my PCUs and my jackets. That's honestly more of a vibe to me. I feel more comfortable in the cold. But yeah, 2 Milsim events. Honestly, I really am looking forward to the Insurgency event because it'd be dope if Cisco can actually join us for that event. It'd be really freaking cool. We're going to be going as the PMC group that we usually do. If you guys read the comic book series Black Powder Red Earth, we are going to be going as Hot Harbor. It is going to be absolutely sick. Like you've got the red shirts and the blue jeans and the black gear and everything. It's going to be absolutely awesome having to work with the cadre, the like politicians that we were assigned to protect, and just escorting them around. Hopefully, we have another 13-hour situation. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll last another 3 hours. We'll see how that goes. And then also, honestly, another thing too, that this is kind of like a fourth Airsoft New Year's resolution. I have my Samurai that's still, like, if you guys didn't know, I have a project car. It's a 1987 Suzuki Samurai. It's sitting in my front yard right now, and I still want to go ahead and get it up and running. It does run. It's just brakes don't really work, and it keeps breaking, so I'm pretty sure there's a break in the line somewhere. Brakes. Anyway, pretty sure there's a cut in the line somewhere. So I got to get that fixed up as well. But yeah, like that's got to be another thing that I want to have done. Maybe do a new paint job, maybe something tan. We'll see. Right, but other than that, the car works and everything. So, yes, if you haven't already, guys, make sure to go ahead and leave a thumbs up on this live stream. Really helps us out. I know earlier we were sitting around like 30-something viewers, only 16 likes, guys. Go ahead and bump up those likes, please. If you guys want to see more content like this, if you guys want to see more Q&A live streams happening, more Hangout streams, you guys got to let us know by making sure you leave a thumbs up on this live stream. Let's see here. Keep scrolling up. Let's see here. Any giveaways happening, Ducky Ricks? Not today. Today is not going to be a day for a live stream. It is going to, or for a live stream, for a giveaway. It's not going to be a day for a giveaway. We are just doing a Hangout live stream, man. We're just chilling. We're vibing, maxing, relaxing. We're just kicking back, man. Just hanging out with you guys, answering all your lovely Airsoft-related questions, answering all your personal questions, too. People were asking me what my favorite LaCroix flavor is. Raz Cranberry, goated. But yes, like if you guys have any Airsoft related questions or you want to ask me personal questions or my opinions on stuff, feel free to go ahead and do so in the live chat. Not the comment section, can't see the comment section. It's got to be the live chat. Remember, we still have plenty of guns that are discounted right now. I'm talking massive discounts, some up to 50% off. And then again, you can also use coupon code 2024 at checkout. That's again just the numbers 2024 at checkout to get 10% off anything you order. So long as it's not a shocker deal or it's a mystery box, it'll literally apply towards anything on your order. So make sure that you take advantage now while you guys can. All right. Hector Toscano, I need an Airsoft group around. You can always find, like, Airsoft groups around. I mean, unless you're living in an area that, like, literally no one else plays Airsoft, that can definitely be a little bit difficult. What I would suggest, Hector, is honestly see, like, go on Facebook, go on Instagram, see if you can find any Facebook groups, or go to your fields. Go to any of your local fields and see if there's any groups that actually play. And then see if are you guys like on a team? Do you guys do any events? That sort of thing, right? And you'll always find people. There's always people willing to hang out, right? At least as far as like where I come from, like here in SoCal, like yeah, there's always groups that are playing. There's always groups that are going to events, whether they be PvP environment, or they're going out to like Milsim events specifically. Like you can find something, man. You can find something. And again, if there's nothing in your area, definitely highly recommend going on social media, finding groups there, and then you can go from there, man. Crazy Jason, what's going on, man? What's going on, dude? How you doing? Mr. Book gets here Thursday. Can't wait to see what you hooked me up with. Crazy Jason, I am okay. So again, I do apologize that there was that delay, like that 1-2 business days. The reason that it happened was because I stopped it. I saw your requests, and I saw that I had gotten packed, but I don't think anyone took a look at the request or at your Discord messages, because I know you DM'd us. And I looked at it, so I don't think anyone saw that, right? I didn't get a chance to mark it like with what you wanted. So it was literally about to ship out that day, and I had to say, I told shipping, I was like, no, we're not shipping this out yet, and I like had to make the request to have it swapped out, because I read your wish list. And I was like, no, I want to hook them up with something cool. I want to hook them up with something real cool. But yeah, no. So that's why it took a little bit longer by 2 extra days. But we're able to get it shipped out. You should be getting it by Thursday, and I am very anxious to see. I'm fairly confident you're gonna like what you get. I'm fairly confident, man. One second. Okay. Okay. I was going through. Okay, this one comes from M1 Sticks. Can I drop a standard V2 Retro Arms gearbox in EMG APS nudge for you? I don't care about ambi selector or bolt catch. Is it possible? I mean, in the words of our old our head tech, anything's possible with enough force. Now, would I recommend it? I don't know. I haven't had too much experience with that brand. Not retro arms. I know. I've seen a few retro arms things. They're all right. But with the EMG APS, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, you can try it. It should highlight that word. But again, I personally wouldn't. But you can definitely try and let us know. I'm actually very curious to see what happens. Keep scrolling through. Answered that one. What's up, everyone? Rune Moreno. Good to hear from you again, man. Ooh, Warwolf Airsoft. That is a great question. I know some people are going to get a little heated on this one. AAPO1 or High Kappa? Ooh, I like this one. Because the AAPO1 is basically, in my opinion, is just kind of a different style Glock at the end of the day. Between the two, if you were just looking for something to like, well, no, honestly, you could make a case for either or. You can genuinely make a case for either or. If you love going for like crazy external, like that's the thing, right? If you wanted to go like a totally customized external build, like you can make a case for either or, because AAPO1 has plenty of parts. We have plenty of stuff for AAPO1. Same thing with a High Kappa, right? Internals as well. Magazines are going to be fairly easy to find for both platforms. Genuinely, you can. I think for me, I would say High Kappa would. I normally recommend that, specifically for first timers, right? Trying to get into the gas blowback pistol game. That's what I usually recommend going with. But again, you could seriously go with an AAPO1, and you can make a case for that. Yeah, this is a solid pistol to go with. 1 second. And just trying to make sure we're all good here. 2. 1 second. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Keep scrolling up. It's a Max, you shoot in the back. What the heck is going on? What is happening? No gameplay yet. I'm in off season, so gameplay after April. Okay. So gameplay after April. Okay. Sorry, but limited fields and winter sucks. No, I can imagine, especially because you guys have to deal with snow out there, right? Yeah, thankfully that's something we don't really have to deal with too much in like SoCal, pretty much ever. Honestly, there was one time, I think this time last year, we experienced not even hail. Like, it started hailing at first, and we actually did get a little bit of snow, but it was very, very light. It was very, very light. It was kind of crazy. Almost never see that happening. All right. And remember, guys, we have plenty of mystery boxes for you guys to take advantage of. Remember, we have the Mayo Gang Accessories Mystery Box. You want to trick out your airsoft gun with a few extra accessories, right? You got the YouTube Unboxing Mystery Box, the classic, to be sure, right? That is on a shocker deal, discounted right now. We also have the Bigger Wins YouTube Unboxing Mystery Box version 9, and we have the Premium Bigger Wins YouTube Unboxing Mystery Box, my personal favorite, especially if you guys want something really, really Gucci, or several things, right? Or several things all at once, right? Considering this is a $279, $280 box, right? You get free UPS ground shipping. There's only 100 of these that were available, and you are guaranteed a $310 or higher retail value. Yes, and bonus raffles too. And actually, I think we might have reached the goal needed to go ahead and do another bonus. No, actually, I think we still need a little more. Yeah, I think we still need a little more to unlock the next bonus raffle, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, guys, this is one of those cases where, again, you put in the notes comment section what it is that you guys want. Whether it be, hey, I'm a new player and I'm looking for, can you hook me up with all the packages that I need for literally everything to get out and play? Or, hey, I've been playing for a long time now. I own these guns. Can you get me something different? Or, like, I'm tired of M4s. I want something unique. Well, another box that I would recommend at that point, especially if you are specifically tired of the standard M4 configuration, you're tired of the modern M4s, this is something that I would highly recommend that you look into, right? The Isaias, my private collection mystery box, $289.99 with this bad boy. However, you are going to be able to make your request for more unique and cool platforms. I hook you up with the coolest platforms, the coolest guns that I can think of, right, that are still practical and that are still platforms you can build off of nonetheless, right? Because M4s are not the only thing. This box is to prove that point that there are other style of guns that you can get and rock on the airsoft field, right? I'm just saying, on everyone that I know that's been picked up one of mine has been very, very happy with theirs. So I'm just saying, you don't believe me, you can ask anyone in the chat who owned one, right? Squirrely Nuts got one, and he was able to, I hooked him up literally with a 249 as well. So again, there you go, right? There's plenty of other examples, FALs, if you guys like LMGs, battle rifles, cool SMGs, like just do it, man. Just do it. Highly recommend you do it. All right, let's see here. We'll be doing the review though. Okay, good. I want to see it. Maxi Man is close to Ontario, California. Oh, okay, cool. So you're not super far from us. You're actually fairly close. I got the R64 and the 11mm adapter, and the 11mm adapter too small. What should I do? R604. Trying to remember that exact. There's so many like let's R64. I'm trying to remember what the end looks like on that one. Okay. Oh, God. I think Lancer did have an adapter, but I'm not sure if they're currently available right now. I think Lancer did have an adapter, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to double-check that. Where can I find info about the LT35? Well, you can type in LT35, and you should be able to find quite a few things about the LT35. You can type in LT35, or you can type in Battle X. Wait for that to load. Oh, wait, no, I'm pretty sure that you have to type in LT-85. Whoa, I hate when the freaking site's super sensitive like that. I'm going to do it again. There you go. I'm going to do it for you. Just so you can see. -35. There we go. Wait for this bad boy to load, and there you go. The LT-35 Battle X CQB. All the info that you need. I'm gonna put this out for you. I'm gonna put this out in the chat for you to see. 205 right now. Again, get it even cheaper when you use coupon code 2024. Again, that's 2024 at checkout to get 10% off this bad boy. Just saying, it's worth it, man. It is worth it, especially if you're looking for something maybe a little smaller, little PCC, little SMG to bring to the CQB field, or if you just like smaller guns in general. Actually has pretty decent battery space. Pre-wired to Deans, though, it comes included with a Deans to Tamiya adapter. Standard Lance Tactical version 2 gearbox, quick change spring system, rotary style hop chamber, 603 Type R inner barrel. It's got the works. Nice little M-LOK rail on here as well, and it is compatible with the PTS AR9 magazines, compatible with the Classic Army and the Zion Arms magazines as well. So you got options there. Also the Classic Army drum mag. That's my favorite one. That's got to be my favorite one. So yeah, this is a gun that I generally recommend for a lot of beginner players or players looking for just a cool, good out of the box, simple airsoft AEG, little PCC to bring to their CQB field. Okay, it keeps going through. Any airsoft? Yeah, that's right. That's why I was asking. I see. Okay, it keeps scrolling up. Okay, we should be caught up on all this. Scroll down to the most recent comments and questions because I know there's gonna be a few. Just ordered a Pit Viper and a Gastelback Glock Gen 5 from you guys, Hun. That's what I'm talking about, baby, Hun. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Thank you. Your patronage is always greatly appreciated from Airsoft GI. Again, you got yourself an entry into the shopping spree giveaway, man. You just got yourself an entry into the shopping spree giveaway, a chance to win this coming Thursday's $2,400 shopping spree giveaway, all for yourself. And again, you guys can be just like Hun. Let me know, too, if you guys place an order through Airsoft GI. Man, I don't want no liars either. When you place your orders through Airsoft GI, let me know. Again, I can give you a shout. I don't mind. Hun, I'm new to this. I need a good M4. If you're looking for good M4s in general, that's actually a very good question. You came to the right spot. There's actually a ton of different brands you can really go with and models too. It depends on your budget. Depends on the budget that you have in mind. Usually for a good starter M4. Again, I don't like the term starter. It makes it feel like it's only good for beginning. And that's not the case. A good M4 should start generally at around like 150 is like the bare minimum what I usually tell people to spend. 150 to about 250. That's like sort of your beginner tier. Again, I don't like using these labels. It doesn't. Feels like it has a negative connotation, you know. But regardless, we'll stick with it. That is going to be a good price range to have like your very first like M4 or your first AR. You can go up from there if you want to, for sure. Again, just really depends on what budget you had in mind, right? If you had a little more money to spend, let's say 250 to 350, I'm gonna highly recommend that you go with. Looking for gas blowback, you need okay. If this is gonna be if you're saying you're new to this, I wouldn't recommend going gas blowback, hun. I would not recommend going gas blowback because they're gonna be a lot more labor intensive, and I mean a lot more labor intensive. If you're not ready to do like break it down completely and do like deep cleaning on your airsoft guns religiously, I normally don't recommend most people go with gas blowbacks. If you're gonna go with gas blowback, it's because you want the training aspect, you want the realism aspect, and you're willing to accept the maintenance cost, because it is going to be a cost of maintenance, right? There is a cost of maintenance there. Also, magazines too. Magazines you can't really interchange with too many other brands. Like for example, a Tokyo Marui MWS, right? Their gas blowback system is very different from KWA's. You would not be able to use KWA gas blowback magazines on a Tokyo Marui. Same thing with WeTech. You cannot use Tokyo Marui MWS with WeTech stuff, right? They're just not interchangeable. Same thing with KWA. Same thing with G&G, right? They're MGCR. It really, really depends, right? So for me, if you were looking for a solid gas blowback, I will give a recommendation. If you were looking for a gas blowback, generally, I would say something that's pretty solid. You really can't go wrong with KWA LM4. Can't go wrong with one of these. I still have mine. It works great. Yeah, I haven't even really put any upgrade components into it. Yeah, this is something that like a lot of law enforcement agencies will still clamor for because again, it is a solid platform, a solid professional training rifle. That's PTR stands for professional training rifle. This is a great platform, man. This is a great platform for you to go ahead and just if you want something that's like as realistic as you can get, kind of right. This would be one that I would highly recommend. Out of all the like kick that you get from a gas blowbacks, all the recoils you get from other gas blowback rifles, the KWA I think is going to kick the hardest compared to like the G&G, compared to the WeTech, compared to the Tokyo Marui especially. This one definitely feels the most like satisfying, but again, it's all personal preference. It really depends on who you ask with what the best is. Normally, I recommend going with an AEG. Honestly, if you really want something really really good for performance, and again, you have like that 250 to 350 budget, I'm gonna highly recommend that you stick with the MGC4s, man. This is gonna be one that whether you go with the Mark 1 or Mark 2, either or, they're gonna be really really solid. Specifically, the Mark 2 is my favorite. You can go with this one. It's one of the more most popular ones. It's solid black. Carbine length, full metal construction. We got to work with Lancer Tactical and handpick the components we wanted in this. So even though this is a stock airsoft gun, this thing performs at like the upper echelons of like high end. We're talking, faster rate of fire, even though it is using 18-1. So it's shooting faster than some 16-1 builds, which is crazy. Shoots fast, has a great feeling trigger, very snappy. Great range and accuracy, which you're going to need to dominate the field. This is literally a cheat code. You get this, and you dominate, man. You are literally going to dominate. Let's see. I saw another thing here. One second. All right, cool. Just keep throwing up. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. If most guys that have been playing for a while, like especially if they have had experience with the MGC4, yeah, they're gonna tell you, man, it's a life changer. I'm gonna recommend that you go with that one. For me personally. But again, if you want the gas blowback, you can go with the KWA that I linked up, or the G&Gs when MGCRs, when those become available again. I'd recommend doing that. But if you wanted to get something today, I'm going to recommend the MGC4. That's honestly going to be what I recommend. MGC4 at the end of the day if you want performance, if you want to dominate the airsoft field. Okay, let's see here. Let's go another Pit Viper over Sand Viper. Frosty, what do you got against the Sand Viper, man? I love the Sand Viper. The Sand Viper is probably one of my favorite pistols, man. What you got against the Sand Viper? They're both solid, man. Listening while in the shower, Brewer. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Thank you for listening. Moises Hernandez, any news on the Specna Arms Edge 2.0 bronze? We do have some of the Edge 2.0s. I know some of them have been sold out for a while. We're just waiting for a restock, honestly. We're just waiting for a restock from Specna Arms. As soon as we can get some more in, we will be like letting everyone know. Again, there is a notify me button next to the item. As soon as we get them in, we can secure our shipment in, and we're restocked, then you will be getting that email if you hit that button. But again, we're just waiting for it, honestly. I don't have an exact ETA as to when they're supposed to arrive. But as soon as they do, you can best believe that we're going to go and let everyone know that we got them back in again. For us, the APO1 and high cap, same performance. It just depends on if you want full blowback slide or an internal blowback. I don't know about an exact same performance because, again, the APO1, there's only one APO1 versus high kappas. There are tons of high kappas that exist out there. Army Armament makes their own. Obviously, you got the Tokyo Marui, you got Golden Eagle, you got Jag, right? And then there's varying degrees of the Jag, like the Terran Tactical Innovations pistols, like the Pit Viper. You can't tell me that the Pit Viper doesn't like just freaking blow the water out of most high kappas out there, right? And then again, you can go with a stock one and then just build it out, right? There's some crazy custom builds out there for high kappas, right? So again, I don't think it's necessarily fair to say that they have the exact same performance. They can achieve the same performance potentially if they're tuned by the same person, but it also depends on what base high kappa you're referring to. High kappa as a platform just kicks ass, man. But again, that doesn't mean to say that I don't like the AP1. I actually really do like the AP1. Keep scrolling through. Casper, 2023 was great. I got into Airsoft, found the Mayo Gang, made a bunch of new friends, and got some people into the sport too. 24 is going to be a banger. That's what I love to hear. More new players and new platforms. Let's go. Let's go, baby. That's what I love to hear. But yeah, no, 2023, I'm glad to hear that it was good for you, Casper. That it's kind of crazy that you've only been playing for that it was fairly new that you got into Airsoft. That's actually really funny. But no, I get that. The first year, like especially getting into any new hobby, but especially Airsoft was like one of my favorites because it was exciting, man. It's when I'm like discovering stuff, and that's kind of what makes it fresh for me now. Is that I'm still learning new things about Airsoft. There's still so much that I don't know. Like I will never profess to be an expert in any area whatsoever, right? I won't because I know that there's always going to be more that I can learn. There's the best thing that you can do for wisdom is like, what is it? What's the expression go? The only wisdom is knowing how little or acknowledging how little you actually know, right? And I fully believe in that, right? There's so much that I can learn and so much that I'm still learning to this day, right? And I'm really anxious to see what 2024 has in stock for all of us, not just me, but for everyone, right? I hope 2024 is going to be an even better year. Hopefully, it can be the year that I get to go to a BB Wars out in Texas. That would be absolutely amazing. I would love to do that. I can do more Airsoft events, more Milsim games. It's going to be sick, man. I'm very much looking forward to it. Mr. Echo, yo, is it worth it to make like an Airsoft Humvee? It can be. It definitely can be. It depends. If you're doing a lot of like Milsim events where, vehicles are in play, yes, absolutely. It is very, very cool. It's kind of a vibe, just having a vehicle just traveling down like an abandoned town or like some factory or some AO, right? And having like a squad with you, right, ready to defend the vehicle. It ultimately depends if you have the money for it and if you want to spend the time needed to do it. Yeah, that's honestly going to be the biggest thing. If it's worth it for you, if you got the means for it, by all means go for it, dude, because it is cool. It is very cool, and it adds an extra layer of like immersion to the overall event. It's very cool knowing that there's vehicles in play. It's pretty sick, man. Call sign Turtle, how much is shipping to the UK? Well, that's a loaded question because it really depends, Turtle. It really, really depends. There's not one set rate. It all depends on what item specifically you are ordering, how many of them you're ordering, what type of, like what speed, I guess, they're shipping. I don't know if I think international shipping only has one. But even then, a lot of times there can be additional duties and fees that might be required to be paid once you receive the package itself. So we can't really say. It all depends. All right, let's keep going through. Yeah, but what cool products will be imported next year? What would you guys import? I think you forgot the W. New Uzi. Man, Uzis are classics, bro. Uzis are classics. It would be cool if we could. There's definitely a lot of stuff that I want to go ahead and have brought into GI, right? Just have GI carry as a whole. I would love to be able to go ahead and carry a ton of stuff. Like the newer FNC, I would love to have that FNC. I would love to have that FNC specifically, right? That's one that I'm really, really, really looking forward to. Gas Public FAMAS, right? I would love that. I would love that because I'm a big FAMAS guy. I love the FAMAS, both the F1 and the F2. But yeah, like I think just more gas blowbacks would be pretty sick. Though again, I'm always welcome to see any new products at all. I love just anything that's not an M4. I guess that's the biggest thing. Anything that's just not your standard run of the mill AR, I'm happy to see. I'm happy to see come back or come into the States, I should say. Come into the States. For us, if I were to upgrade the cylinder, piston, and nozzle, which one should I get? All of them would be different brands. Really, I mean, okay, brands that I know that like I've seen a lot of people go with, usually for cylinders, piston heads. I've actually seen like good things coming from Lancer ones, but SHS is another one. Lonex has some pretty good stuff as well. Really depends on who you ask. Really depends on who you ask. I have faith in you, Isaias. You wouldn't do me wrong. No, Jace, I would definitely, not intentionally anyway. Not intentionally anyway. I would not do anyone wrong. I genuinely stopped the shipment because I wanted it to load it with load your order with something that you specifically asked for. I can't say what it is, Jason. I can't divulge any further. But I really, really wanted to like make your wish come true when I saw your request, and I was like, no, I can do this. I can do this. Because it was totally doable for us to do. It was totally doable for us. It was just like literally on the last stage right before it like shipped out. And I was like, don't ship it. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Rolling with Nolan. Hey, that's a funny name. I like that. Do I need an expensive AG setup for a speed trigger? No, not really. It's just most guys, you know what, they have it open already. They're gonna end up doing it anyway because again, it's kind of hard to justify like when it's like, all right, I'm gonna go to the work of like disassembling the entire gearbox and opening it up just for a trigger. I mean, you can for sure, absolutely you can, and even then, it's not really speed trigger. I mean, if you're going with speed brand, it's more like adjustable trigger. If you wanted to do that, right, have an adjustable like trigger and like tune it so that way it's like you get very little trigger pull, and that's possible too. But again, it's a little bit more than just installing the trigger itself. There's a little bit more work that goes on into it. What is the best airsoft AR for around $200? This comes from Hale Outdoors. I feel like your name sounds familiar. I think this is not your first time, right, Hale? Good to hear from you again. I believe I think I recognize your name, Hale. But best airsoft AR for around $200? That's a tough one. It's a tough one. It depends. You mean like a little bit over, maybe slightly under? Let's go 200 max, something under. We'll assume that 200 max, going under. Three, in my opinion, best ARs are going to be the Arcturus LWT. Oh, just cracked my neck. That felt great. Oh, that felt good. I know you guys can't hear, but that felt amazing. Felt amazing. Yeah, you can get it either gray or black. It's a 10-inch Sport M4. I would recommend one of these. I'll link all these. There you go. Link all these for you. Call sign Hale. That'd be one that I would suggest, right? $175. Again, get it even cheaper with coupon code 2024 to get 10% off. You're welcome. This would be one that I would recommend. Arcturus does a fantastic job with their shimming. Like almost no company comes close to how well they shim their gearbox, which is great for longevity. Micro switch trigger, it's got the works, man. It is polymer construction throughout, but hey, I actually really prefer. So in some cases, I actually prefer polymer. I don't mind lifting weights. I've carried around 240s, I've carried around 249s, like heavy-ass guns for a long time, right? Like, I do not mind the weight, but honestly, whenever I'm given, like, a very lightweight rifle, dude, I run so fast. I never get tired when I'm running with just, like, a regular rifle anymore, right? And this is going to be so lightweight to carry, and it's solid, man. It's a solid gun, right? This would be one that I would recommend. Another one that I would probably suggest would be a Specna Arms. I think it's the Core series. I think the Core series right now is what I would generally recommend. Yeah. I mean, it depends on which one you think looks the coolest, right? For me, I'm kind of simple. I'm still a sucker for traditional, quad rail. I think the aesthetic of like the traditional like M4 is still kind of cool, right? Especially older ones like this, right? So something like this would also be pretty good. This actually is going to come from the same factory as Lancer Tactical, so you are going to be getting it. The build quality is going to be the exact same, so it's going to be solid. Version 2 gearbox, quick change spring system, rotary style hop, chamber 603 type or inner barrel. It's got what you need, man. It's got what you need right out the box. And then you can go with pretty much any standard Lancer Tactical Gen 2. Right. Specifically, you know what? I'm going to put it in LT because I think it's sick. LT31. Hopefully it's still available. Yes, it is. Okay. Either one of these I would recommend. I know it's $209. No second speaking over. But hear me out. Coupon code 2024 is going to be getting you that 10% off as well. So you will be getting this just right at that $200 and not a little bit less than $200, right? I love this one specifically because, again, I've said this before on stream many a times. Many a times I've said it. Where I wish that this gun existed when I was getting into Airsoft. I genuinely wish this existed when I was getting into Airsoft with the Daniel Defense Mark 18 style rail in that beautiful bronze. Oh, that's not even. I felt like it was even smaller than the freaking picture. But regardless, I wish it came included with that rail system because I had to build mine out. I built mine off of a G&G, CM18. Right, solid gun. Don't get me wrong. I love G&Gs, but they are a little pricey now for what you're getting. You honestly get a better deal when you go with Lancer Gen 2s or Gen 3s, Spectre Arms, or you go with Arcturus. I think that's a fair list to say. I think that's a fair assessment to make. But this is going to come included with 6.3 tap inner barrel, rotary style hopper chamber, quick change spring system, and that metal rail system, which is freaking cool, man. It's freaking cool. This makes getting like a Milsim aesthetic or Milsim like loadout very, very easy. Very easy, especially when you can use coupon code 2024 at checkout. I'm just saying, guys. All right, let's keep scrolling through. Is it worth it to make an airsoft car thing? Okay, yeah, answer that one already. I never did Milsim, but I did want to try that Silk Road event in Victorville. Yeah, man. Honestly, I really like the Silk Road event was actually pretty cool from what I've seen. I didn't get to do that one. Towards the end of the year, I didn't get to do a whole lot of Milsim events because I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Just very, very busy. But yes, I mean, hey, stay tuned, man. Like MSW or MSW is always making announcements for events, and Victorville is a very popular AO that they like to go to because they understand it's very close for a lot of people, especially in the SoCal area. But yeah, man. Rolling with Nolan, what are some good, cheap mid-cap M4 magazines? It's a very good question. If you're looking for good and cheap, I got you. Look up High Speed Magazine and watch what this loads when it eventually loads. There you go. I know. Sounds crazy. $11? $11.99. How good can it be? I'm not even joking. We use this as our tester magazine for like a lot of our like custom builds because this is one of the few magazines that can keep up with actually high speed builds. I'm not even joking. For $12, bro, is worth it. Is hella worth it. I'm gonna link this in the chat as well. I'm gonna link that in the chat as well. Ow, no. Oh well. I'm gonna do this. Control C. There we go. That's better. I put the GE by accident. But yeah, this would be one magazine that I would recommend. They actually come in packs too. You can actually get a 5-pack of these magazines as well. They come in a variety of different colors. Whether you want, the smoke, you want the purple. I think the purple looks coolest and with the blue. But you can get red, you can get green, you can get tan and black. Either or is going to be awesome, right? So yeah, I would say just look up High Speed Magazine and you'll find the options there. It's dope. It's dope. These mags are dope. And they're cheap, man. They're really, really cheap. Don't get me wrong. I love my PTS magazines, but damn it, they can be pretty pricey. Now, I know some people are going to say it's worth it. Debatable. Honestly, it depends on the person. If you're looking for just something that's solid, that's just going to work and feed very well, you can't go wrong with these. And I haven't really had any issues of these not feeding in any brand, really. Let's keep scrolling through. Ooh, Sujiro Russell, chopped stoner 63 or standard length. Fuck. Both are cool. I do like the chopped look though. The choppa. I do think that is that's a vibe, man. That is definitely a vibe. Very, very cool. Hell yeah, I bought tickets to the same MSW event. I'm going as Militia at 559. Hey, Gnarls, we actually my team is actually gonna be going as Militia too for at Hill 559. Dude, that's gonna be sick. That's gonna be absolutely sick. We're going as civilian too, actually, for the Georgia Air Force. But we're not gonna be regular civilians. We're actually gonna be, if you see guys roaming around like a PMC group protecting someone and they're all like paired off in like red t-shirts, blue jeans, and like black gear, multicam black gear, that's gonna be us. You'll see us. Ask for queso if you see it. But we're also going to be rolling as Militia too. So, hey, man, I'll see you there, man. It's going to be dope. Going as Militia as well. Poor boy Russians. That's what I call it. Poor boy Russians. Let's see here. Call sign Turtle. Opinions on 90s Japanese car. Oh, you mean the 90s JDM aesthetic, my guy? Oh, yes. A man of taste. Here's my only downside. Here's the only downside about that call sign Turtle, because I for a while I did want to go ahead and do like other project cars as well. There were plenty of cars from the 90s that I really, really wanted to get into, right? I mean, obviously, you can't go wrong with GTRs, right? I know everyone's like on the R34 thing right now. I'd get it. I'm more of an R32 man myself. Um, Obviously, you got your Supras as well, right? You got so many like classics, like literal classics. But I mean, like that era was just godlike. You just got so many awesome designs, beautiful cars, great performance. Like it was just a good time to be alive. And it's sad that we really can't experience. I'm at that like sort of tail end where a lot of like older guys that I know, like just slightly older than me, got to experience that, right? And own a few of them before they got just like jacked up in price, man. Like they rose in price, man. It's not even funny, right? And it's really sad to see because again, like a lot of those cars weren't the when they came out, they weren't meant to be like ultra super expensive, right? But they're just it's hard to find one that isn't been clapped out, or it's hard to find one that is going for a reasonable price now because people caught on and just start, especially when you have shows like Initial D, right? That really, really made it accessible, and people who had money just started buying them, and now people are charging whatever they want for, these freaking these freaking cars. Which don't get me wrong, they're dope, but it's like no one can afford them anymore. So it almost becomes, is it worth it now, right? If you're a collector, then I'd say yeah, but if not, then eh. But honestly, if we're just talking about from a design perspective and whether we appreciate them, absolutely, dude, absolutely. I freaking love them, dude. I wish I could own one, but I can't. I absolutely cannot. Uh, Frosty, favorite real firearm brand going into Airsoft? Oh, man. I mean, honestly, like it's kind of like they're not like new getting into Airsoft, but they haven't. I mean, I like that Sig and Glock are in Airsoft, right? I like that we get officially licensed stuff. Yeah, I know HK's been around for a little bit too, and it's dope. But honestly, I like having more, like if we're talking about modern build stuff like the Sig, right? I know we had a viewer in here earlier that was talking about like 3D printing his own Sig spear. I want an officially licensed Sig spear, like to come out already, like an AEG specifically. I know it's gonna sound weird. I would love it. I would love it if KWA could team up with Sig, right? Licensed by Sig, come out with a Sig spear. Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be pretty freaking cool. Gas blowback, yo. AEG would be dope too, because I'd probably end up getting the AEG, but the gas blowback would be really, really cool to see. But I guess Glock is just one of my favorite ones because again, it's just cool to see that official licensed Glocks are available. You have no idea how many guys, as soon as Glocks became a thing, right, and even to this day, right, I will see guys that never did airsoft before, only did real steel, and we're saying, hey, I want to get into Airsoft, maybe do a little cross training if possible. But I see you guys have, Glock, and like Glock actually makes Airsoft guns. We tell them like, Glock themselves don't technically speaking make the Airsoft. I mean, it's this whole thing. But like, yes, you can get an officially licensed Glock that is 1-to-1 with the real deal. If it's gonna be freaking sick, and they hold it, and they're like, yeah, that's about right, and they end up getting one for themselves, and that's their gateway into Airsoft, right? This freaking ammo's so freaking expensive. But yeah, no, I would say like Glock is probably one of my favorites because of how many models, how many different iterations of the Glock pistol that they come out with for Airsoft that really helps more and more players. Like I guess guys that are like mostly into like real firearms, incentivize them to get into Airsoft. That's done the world of Airsoft a very big favor, right? It has done them a very, very big favor by doing so, right? It's very cool to see official licensed stuff coming out, and that their stuff is actually pretty damn good. I gotta say, they made their stuff very, very well, right? There are other licensed products that exist out there. I'm not gonna name them. I'm sure you guys can figure it out if you guys have been airsofting long enough. There's a lot of other licensed stuff that, yeah, it kind of sucks. Honestly, it kind of sucks. I'll say that, and it kind of puts a bad taste in people's mouths. All right, let's see here. Make sure to see anything. My year was awesome. I finally got a mystery box. Hoping for an M4 with 3 mags, a gun, and a sling. Twisted Anthony. Well, you got yourself a mystery box. You're not gonna be disappointed, bro. You're not gonna be disappointed with the mystery boxes. We do our damnedest to make sure our mystery boxes got the value behind them, bro. Good year. Started off as a rental back in August. Got the Specna M4 CQB. Got serious and drove to the awesome outdoor fields we got, and got that sweet MGC4 with accessories. First loadout done. Mish McKenna, that is good to hear, man. That is freaking good to hear, especially because it's an MGC4 that you did it with. Absolutely. But yeah, man, like again, no matter whether, like what time you start, you're still part of the Mayo Gang. Absolutely. And I'm glad you had an amazing year. And I hope your year honestly ends up getting even better. I hope the 2024 year brings you nothing but good things as well. Why not walk or drive? It's closer. Yes, it's an event. What are you talking? Why not walk or drive? If it's closer. Not too sure what you're referring to specifically. I live actually a little bit, not like super far from work. I actually live closer to like down east, Southgate, Linwood area. That's where I was. That's where I'm from, man. Do you think we'll see a Brand 2 release anytime soon? I'm really enjoying Brand 805, but it's kind of heavy for what it is. Just it's just a different scar. I kind of get that. I don't think I haven't heard anything about a new brand. I know we had for a while the ASG brands. Those have been like kind of restocked, re-not, and then like they sell out. It takes a while for them to be restocked. Those have kind of fallen out of popularity for a while, but I don't see anyone making one right now. However, that's not to say that it's not like going to be possible in the future. I can see like I don't know, maybe like another company coming out with a brand. That's not something that I like don't think would ever happen. I think so. I just don't see too many people clamoring for one. You know what I mean? Not like they used to back in the day. Let's see here. Maxi Menace winning the raffle at BB Wars and the great experience I had in stores. No, dude, I'm glad you had a good experience, man. I'm glad you had a good experience in store and that you won that raffle at BB Wars. That's got to be freaking nice, man. That's got to be one of the best feelings in the world. You was great. I finally got a new mystery box. Okay, answered that one. Lathe Dagger 8 upgraded 285 inner barrel plus a 10-inch outer barrel. Is it gonna work? I mean, should it should. It absolutely should. Is that an intervention behind you, Frost? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, Frost. That is an intervention behind me. Duckixer. I can't ever remember. Duckix. How long does it take for standard shipping if you're local? Depends. Right now, it's kind of hard to tell because of the holiday season is still around. People are still ordering stuff, man. People are still ordering stuff like crazy right now, getting those last minute presents or presents that have been delayed. You know, they take a little longer than expected. Normally, if you're local, 4 business days is like the typically average, but again, it also depends on what part of California you're from. Normally, we're supposed to say 4 days average, especially with how backed up UPS is right now at the moment. But again, all depends. It all depends. Yes, if you guys haven't already, make sure to go and leave a like on this live stream. We're at 30 likes. It's good to see, but let's see if we can get more viewers. Let's see if we can bring up the viewer count as well. I know we were sitting a little bit at 30 something. See if we can get all eyes on this. Remember to share this around with as many people as possible. We have less than an hour left actually of the stream. We actually have a little less than an hour. That was actually really fast. It felt like I was just talking for like 10 minutes and then freaking turned into like almost an hour. That's crazy. But anyways, guys, make sure to go ahead and, again, share this around with as many people as possible. Let them know that if there's anyone that you know that's getting into Airsoft, not too sure what to get, or you want to go and just hang out with members of the community, this is a spot where you want to hang out. Not going to lie, turning into a backdrop of sick MG4s and Isaias talking about food is why I love this shit. Thank you, man. I love talking about food. I actually genuinely do like talking about food. Have you tried mixing LaCroix flavors? Yes, I have. It's not terrible. It just sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. There's not every flavor of LaCroix is created equally. I'll say that. All right, keep scrolling through. Okay, yeah, should be caught up on all this. Scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Keep going through. Oh my god, I moved so much. Okay, Leif, Dagger 80. Are all rail systems compatible with guns? Do I need to check my... Oh god. Check my... Make... Yeah, do I make sure it seats right on my gun? How do I know if it's the right one for me? Okay, so Leif, Dagger 8. In all seriousness... You're not really going to know 100% until you try it. In theory, yes. They should all be compatible with every airsoft gun. All like airsoft gun rails that you see should be compatible with every single airsoft AR. Obviously, if we're talking about ARs, right? For example, we're talking about M4s, then yeah, they should all be compatible. Should. Sometimes some of them might require a little bit more work. Some of them might require a little bit more fitment. I know G&G can be a little bit picky, specifically because of its outer barrel setup. It can be a little specific. Usually, it's a little bit tricky with G&G Combat Machine specifically. But it is still possible. I've done it on my guns before. It took a little bit of work, but I got it done. But yeah, it just again sometimes it requires a little more work. That is unfortunate. That is the unfortunate reality of playing a hobby sport like this. Is that there is going to be a little bit of tuning, a little bit of fitment, a little bit of filing maybe sometimes that is going to be required to get things to work. That's just an unfortunate reality of it, and you're not really going to know 100% unless you try. Angel Friend is, I live in the Bay Area and order something and got it in 2 days. Yeah, that's honestly because we bust our ass, man. Like we genuinely busted our ass like this holiday season. Our you know what you guys understand? Our shipping department would work extra. It would come in an extra day on Saturday. They don't normally work Saturdays. They work Monday through Friday. They came in an extra day because they really wanted to make sure that we got all the packages out as soon as we possibly could. Right during the holiday season, they took up extra shifts, man. Like they wanted to make sure that we were shipping out as much as we possibly could, so you can get your packages as soon as possible. But you know, we are a small company, but damn, we did a good job this holiday season. We did a damn good job this holiday season. But again, sometimes it can depend on the item. Sometimes it can depend on the item. Let's see here. What are we giving Isaias an intervention? We're not giving me an intervention. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I can quit anytime I want. Airsoft Brewer, do you own an MGC4? I'm gonna leave that up to your imagination. The next, you'll have to see for the next BB Wars, man. You'll have to see for the next BB Wars. I guess naturally my next step is a mystery box. Mish, I guess your next step is indeed a mystery box, man. And we got plenty of them available, right? I'm going to personally recommend that you go with my private collection mystery box, especially if you want something a little bit more unique, per se. If you don't want any standard M4, right, I would say go for that. Not to say I don't like ARs. I do like ARs. I love my XM177. I love my M16s, right? So if you wanted something a little more unique, maybe a throwback gun per se, right? Again, just all you got to do is place the order, man. Place the order, let me know in the live chat. I'll give you a shout out as well, and I'll be hooking you up with something dope. Let's see here. Zane got Riz. What's up, man? Good to see you again, man. What would you do internally if I bought a Lancer Tactical AK to set up MSW? You mean for MSW? Okay, you're saying you got a Lancer Tactical AK. Honestly, here's the thing, guys. You actually don't really need to go super crazy for like a Milsim game, right? You actually really don't. There are, when I went, right, the 5 years, yeah, it's about to be 5 years now. The 5 years that I've been going, I gotta tell you, there are a ton of guys that bring just regular stock guns, right? Unmodified, unupgraded. They'll have like accessories thrown on it, right, to make it more comfortable. Optics that they prefer. And that's it. Like, there's a ton of people that show up to Milsim games with no upgrades done internally, right? Specifically Milsim West, too. Now, and it works. If they got a good setup, like, out of the box, and they're great. There's not really, you don't need to go to the nines, for a Milsim event. Usually what I suggest for most players, just get a bucking inner barrel and hop up nub, right? So you can get that more consistent hop. You get better range and better accuracy. That's, like, the easiest thing in the world you can do. Literally, if you want my honest recommendation, and I've seen it happen, Unicorn Airsoft, right? Just look up Unicorn Airsoft on our site. Get the inner barrel that you need. It'll come for AEGs. It'll actually come included with the bucking and the hop nub. With a gas blowback, it'll come included with the bucking as well. That's all you need, man. It's literally like that's gonna be the key. Like getting that range. Better range than most players is gonna win you the gunfight at the end of the day, right? Now, if you're in a CQB environment, right, you're clearing buildings, for example, and you're doing more urban fighting, then yeah, sometimes it may not always be the case, but a lot of times, man, I gotta tell you, having that longer range is a great freaking asset, right? That's gonna be the biggest thing. But if you wanted to upgrade it, what I would say normally, like more than that, always if you're gonna open up the gearbox, you might as well go ahead and do a really good shim job. Right, make sure that there's like absolutely no or as little friction as possible, almost none. Right, get that tuned very, very nice. Maybe better air compression. That'd be about it, really. There's really not too much you have to do specifically for Milsim West. I know some guys are like, oh, I gotta, have this rate of fire. No, you don't actually. I've been killed by guys that had crazy builds, right? That had like ridiculously fast rate of fire builds, and it proved ultimately useless for them. If you think about it, you actually don't need to have a crazy fast rate of fire build for a Milsim event like Milsim West, because you are very limited on ammunition. And I don't think you guys understand how limited I'm talking about. Sometimes I was literally given 4 BBs. And I had to like engage in the population, like with the rest of the population and the community, in order to like barter my way for more BBs, right? I don't think you guys understand. Like it can get bad sometimes, right? Obviously, it depends on what faction. Sometimes you might get more, but you don't. Even at its most, I only got like a small like dime baggies worth of like BBs, right? I was lucky if it was like maybe 150 rounds, right? Maybe 200 BBs, and that was it, right? So you got to make that last. Right, you got to do what you can to secure more ammunition, right? Just like the real thing, right? You got to secure weapons caches. Sometimes you have to take them from people you kill, right? Hey, you got to take the ammo, right? They're not using it; they're dead, you know? So there's that, right? But you're not given a whole ton of ammo just to dump at your at your whim, right? You got to make it last. So having a fast rate of fire build isn't always needed. Dare I say it's actually kind of useless in a Milsim setting sometimes. Unless you're an LMG. Unless you're an LMG. If you're running an LMG, it is nice. But even then, you could make the argument that you wouldn't need a very fast rate of fire gun anyway, because again, same thing. While you do get prioritized in terms of like ammunition requests and stuff or resupplies, it's not like you have what is it an indefinite amount of ammo to just waste through. Okay, keep scrolling through. Answer that one. Thoughts on the AK 7870 tactical pump shotgun? It's fine. It's a simple gun, right? Single shot only. It's if you were looking for a sniper rifle in the form of a shotgun, that is definitely one to take a look at, Moises Hernandez. Definitely no issues on my end. It's a little harder to cock back because the spring is so stiff. But I gotta tell you, man, it's not impossible, and it hurts when you get hit by them. I will say that. Mish, I love when Isaias does high voice, especially at Cisco. Oh gosh, no, if Cisco. Honestly, I do love it when Cisco and I can stream together and we do content together. Because yeah, sometimes I look back at it, and I'm like, man, why is my voice so high pitched? All right, let's keep going through. I love my core. Surprisingly accurate out of the box. A blank canvas, if you will. No, absolutely, Misha. Absolutely. I agree to that as well. Again, Specna Arms, Lance Tactical come from the same factory. They're solid, man. They're solid. They're very affordable. And again, willing to take whatever upgrade components you had in mind. So you can get some crazy builds from a Specna or from a Lance Tactical. Misha, that's another question. Is there a loadout you want to build this year? Ooh. So I actually do go more into detail about this in the podcast that I recorded yesterday. It's going to be going live tomorrow, so make sure you guys are there for the premiere of that. New Year's resolutions, oddly enough, same topic. But one of my New Year's resolutions was to finish a lot of the loadouts that I had already started. All right, like if I have a lot of random guns, I have a lot of random stuff like pieces of kit that I want to have full, loadouts for. I want to finish World War II kit. I want to finish my World War II Marine kit very, very soon. I want to get that done soon because it's just cool, man. I don't know why. I'm kind of feeling this historical vibe right now. That and my Vietnam kit, right? I have a Mac VSOG kit that I'm putting together. I already got the Tiger Stripe. I got the XM177. I need the chest rig, and I need the bandolier that they were known for using. And then I'll have most of the stuff done. Oh, boots too. But actually, yeah. I'm gonna go and get the boots as well, just because again, I should. But Mac VSOG kit, that's probably the closest one to being done right now. World War II kit, and I want to finish my Black Powder Red Earth kit, my PMC loadout. I have most of it done already in terms of clothing, but there's a few smaller things I want to add to it and just kind of refine, just to finalize and make my kit a little bit more cohesive. Just a few small things like that. Hun, how much can I upgrade the Pit Viper? I mean, as much as you'd like, really, but again, the Pit Viper is one of those options and this is kind of, I'm sure you guys are noticing this trend. A lot of companies are coming out with stuff that just doesn't really need to be upgraded out the box. They perform solid. Now, with that said, the Pit Viper is based around a TM spec high kappa, so yeah, you should be able to go ahead and swap out the internals and upgrade it as much as you'd like, right? And obviously, if you're willing to put the work in, if something needs to be filed down or something, but I haven't really noticed anything major that the Pit Viper needs right out the box. It's great, man. It's a fucking fantastic pistol out the box. You don't need to touch it. If anything, again, bucking inner barrel and leave it alone. Like, it performs great. There are some times, I'm going to say it, guys, there are some times where upgrades are not needed or are more of a detriment to the gun's longevity, to their lifespan. And I would actually say stock guns sometimes, in a lot of cases, especially now, because considering how manufacturers are thinking now, I would say sometimes stock guns are probably for the best left alone stock. Ooh, Casper, if you could only pick one VN era replica, what would it be? Even if it's just for the LARP. The XM177 is so cool, though. XM177. I mean, M60 is dope. Fuck. Okay, I'd have to say maybe like an RPD, like a chopped RPD, right? That'd be pretty sick. A chopped RPD, because that's what Mac VSOG used to do when they used to capture a lot of enemy weapon caches and stolen weapons from them. They would take RPDs and literally chop the front end, chop the barrel, because it was like they wanted something that was like, shot really, really quick, shot really fast. Again, having a nice portable, lightweight LMG on them that was small, like kind of like an SBR. That sounds like the dream, man. That sounds like absolutely what they needed because they were doing a lot of bushfighting. They were doing a lot of bushfighting. They're fighting in a jungle, man. They're fighting in the jungle, right? The trees into the swamps. So having a gun like that was very, very cool. And they loved it because, again, it also kind of confused the enemy, right? Because they sounded way different from standard NATO weaponry. That was something that would easily throw off the enemy, right? The enemy Viet Cong. They would be like, what the fuck? What, are we getting shot by our own guys? Like, what's happening? There was a lot of mind games, a lot of tactics going on at that time. So I would say maybe some type of like RPD chop down would be very, very cool. Homie Ness, is stream till 5 or 5:30? Till 5:30, my guy. Till 5:30. We have 40 minutes left of the stream. Not a whole lot of time if you think about it. 40 minutes left of the stream, guys. 40 minutes left. So you have any Airsoft-related questions, or do you want to ask me personal questions, by all means, feel free to do so. My question to you guys was 2023 a good year for you guys? Whether it be Airsoft, outside of Airsoft. If it was a bad year, let me know why, right? If it was a good year, I also want to know why as well. And then 2024, are you guys excited for it? And then what are your New Year's resolution for this coming year? Guys, we got like today, the rest of today, and tomorrow, and that's it for 2023. We're done, right? It's 2024 now. All right, let's keep scrolling through. Frosty is asking, Mac 10 or Uzi? Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one, bro. Mac 10, but by a hair. Like it like I'd be happy either or. If I was gifted for Christmas, right, either or for my birthday, a Mac 10 or an Uzi, I would be happy with either or. I think maybe a Mac 10 a little bit more, just because, again, I don't know, something about the design is cool to me. And in terms of Uzis, I think the classic Uzi is great, but the micro Uzi is probably my favorite Uzi out there, just because I love how small it is. It's so cute. But the Mac 10 has got to be one of my favorite ones. Or Mac 11, too. Either or. Funny? Funny how? What, am I clowned you? I heard it in the voice, too, when you said that, Casper. I heard it in the voice there as well. I remember me getting into Airsoft a while back, trying to get into Airsoft without spending over 150, but spent well over 350. So I had to mow some lawns. Hey, man, you got to do what it takes, man. At the end of the day, $20 is $20, right? Am I right? Am I right? But, yeah, no, I mean, money's money, right? Whatever it takes to pay the bills, right? Sometimes, to get the stacks, you got to play the sacks. Am I right? Am I right, fellas? I don't know why I love saying that. Sometimes to get the stacks, you need to play the sacks. I love that. Man, whatever it takes to get that money, man, whatever it takes to get that bread. At the end of the day, you got the guns. That's all that matters, man. It's not the journey. It's the end result. What's the rifle? It's gas Slovak, so I can order it now. KWA LM4. KWA LM4. Do you guys have any scars? True reviews. Technically speaking, not officially licensed. However, if you were looking for a scar, what I would highly recommend, True Reviews. If you want something, actually, I'm surprised no other company thought of this. Let's see, Ares MK16. This is absolutely genius. This is like a genius move that they did, right? Still waiting for the tan ones, but we do have the black ones available. If you honestly, if you're gonna go for Scar, you might as well go for Scar H. Go for broke, right? Because if you want a Scar L, just go with an M4, right? But go with the Ares MK16H, the heavy, right? Absolute banging gun, right? Not only are the internals actually really solid on this bad boy, the magazines. This actually, damn it, I hate when it's not a bigger picture. Whatever. The magazines actually are a TM spec M14 magazine. It takes regular M14 magazines, which is so freaking crazy to me. Like, that sounds so genius, right? It takes regular M14 mags, and we've tested it out. It's freaking cool, man. It's freaking cool, and it's convenient, right? Sometimes I know Scar mags are a little bit harder to find, so going with like an M14 magazine, very easy to find. Most places, we sell M14 mags, right? You can easily find magazines for this bad boy. So that's what I would recommend. Let's see, it keeps going through. Who sees through? You see, Michael Bailey ordered an MGC4. More 2 accessory mystery box yesterday. Looking forward to seeing what I got. You're gonna be very ecstatic to see it, Mish. Mish is black accessories on M4 or 50 Shades of Tan, 50 Shades of Peanut Butter. Honestly, that's like a really subjective question. It depends on what you think looks cooler, right? Depends on what you think looks cooler at the end of the day. I kind of like it when it's a mix and match, like hodgepodge of black and tan accessories. It kind of just looks like what you had lying around, you just threw together. I kind of like that look. I think makes it a little more real to me. But again, you can, because I feel like when you do all tan accessories on a black gun, I feel like it's a little too clean. You know what I mean? Like it's a little too clean in my opinion. Having that sort of like mix and match, maybe the optics black, but the foregrip or like the pec box is tan, or the foregrip is tan, like stuff like that, right? It feels like kind of thrown together, pieced together. I think that looks cooler in my eyes, but again, that's really a subjective question at the end of the day. Let's see here, I have a good feeling that I haven't run my way, even though I just keep. I can't say either way. It might not even be that, or it could be exactly that. I don't know. I can't confirm. I can't confirm. I can't confirm, Jason. Again, you're just gonna have to wait and see, brother. Sand Viper, two sand. What do you mean? What are you, Anakin Skywalker, Mish? I don't like sand. It's rough, coarse, irritating, and it gets everywhere. Unlike you, Pit Viper. Oh man, I love prequels so much. I honestly, that's kind of okay. Based opinion, maybe, but I don't care. Prequels, superior to the OGs. I'm gonna say it. I respect the OGs, but prequels all the way, man. I'm a prequel man at the end of the day. Zubanil, the stippling on the Sand Viper feels too much like sandpaper. Pit Vipers is really nice. I guess. That is an opinion of sorts to have. That is an opinion indeed. Is there a butt pad for PDW? Anyway, you can. There are like rubberized pads you can get for like certain stocks. For PDWs, it depends on the shape. Honestly, I've actually had better. I've seen guys actually make their own out of EVA foam and like some real strong adhesive to like have it on the back. Honestly, that's what I would personally go with on the stock itself. But again, if you're looking for a pad specifically for PDW, it depends on the PDW because not every PDW stock is the same. See, keep scrolling through. Hail outros. Is the SR4 worth it? If you like paying extra for a name. Honestly, you're better off going with a Lancer or a Specna Arms, considering they all come from the same factory. Those are all cousins. They're all cousins, or siblings, I guess, if you want to get. Yeah, I'll say siblings. They're all siblings. They all come from the same exact factory, so. See, keep scrolling through. All right, yeah, should be caught up on all those. Let's scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Yo, chopped RPD would be. That's what I'm saying, Casper. That's what I'm saying. A chopped RPD would be absolutely insane. An RPD alone is cool, but a choppa, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Chef Panikage. Hey, yo, Chef. What's good, man? What's good, brother? Is there a butt pad for the pain the rebels will feel on the next BB Wars? Kidding. What's up, Isaias? Hey, what's going on, man? Good to hear from you, man. We're good to hear from you. For the pain the rebels are feeling, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I kind of felt bad for the rebels this time around. This last BB Wars, we bent them over and just absolutely went to town on that ass. We just spanked the absolute shit out of them, man. Like that's the thing. I don't think people were expecting. Or didn't like read the actual like details of the game. The games were going to be long. I don't think people realized how long the games were, right? Because you had a lot of people on the Rebel side just not expecting that and then just leaving mid game, right? So it was like, all right, which is, don't get me wrong, I still had fun, but I don't know, man. Like I think Rebels, if you guys are a Rebel, you guys gotta get your shit together. Right? I want to see more of a challenge from the Rebellion next time. The next few wars, I need to see more of a challenge from the Rebellion. Yeah, Eric was like, what the hell happened, dude? He was like, what the fuck? Right? It was absolutely hilarious. Honestly, Coastal Front, I think we saw more of a resistance. They definitely had the numbers against the Empire for sure, but what I loved about the Empire is that it was more team-based. It was more coordinated. We definitely were more objective, detail. Like, we definitely were more oriented towards the obtaining the objective, whether it be capturing the post, searching for stuff. We were on that objective like crazy. We were all searching for, like, mad dashing for the objectives. I think Sticky Bomb, was that the name of the game mode that we did? Chef, Sticky Bomb, that was actually my favorite game that we did. Dude, like, this year, like, again, this goes back to my question, and this goes for you too, Chef. Was 2023 a good year for you? Was it a good year for Airsoft? Was it a good year for, like, personal stuff? If not, let me know. If so, I want to hear about it too. Let me know. And then, are you looking forward to 2024? What exactly are you looking forward to? And do you have any Airsoft New Year's resolutions or just New Year's resolutions in general? I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Got the beat challenge for you to find the got the best challenge for you. Find the best airsoft pistol under $60. Under $60. Oh God. Honestly, I personally wouldn't. Like the minimum you want to spend for like a good airsoft pistol would be usually in the $80 price range. Usually in the $80 price range, and even then, it's gonna take a little bit of work. I think Golden Eagle has some 1911s, that are in that price range, and even then, it's like they're solid. They're great if you want to use them as a project build. Anything lower than that, though, I would be hard pressed to say that to even say that I would consider it the best. I personally wouldn't. Okay, maybe AAPs, maybe those are fun in the backyard, you know. Let's see here. Joseph Keen, is there a threaded outer barrel for Glock 19 Elite Force? I believe Unicorn actually does make Glock 19 spec. Unicorn Airsoft Glock. I'm like fairly confident they had like a Glock outer barrel for it for Gen. Yeah, they actually have 19 Gen 4. Yeah, they have a 19 outer barrel, and they believe they should have a threaded outer barrel. Yeah, they do have the threaded outer barrel solely separately. Looks like it's sold out though. Yeah, we're waiting for Unicorn to go ahead and like restock, but they have them. Unicorn does make them. We're just waiting for a restock. But that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, they have the fixed threaded outer barrel for the Glock 19s. That's pretty sick. It's pretty freaking cool. I love Unicorn, man. Again, buy Unicorn stuff. That's all I'm saying, man. Just buy Unicorn shit. Let's keep scrolling through. Make sure I miss anything. What is the LMG that can run M4 mags, Joseph Keen? Oh, another great question from you, man. There's a few, technically speaking, like my 249, my Classic Army 249, my Mark 46, that takes regular M4 mags, right? That takes regular M4 mags, mid caps and high caps, so that's one. 249s do it. If you were looking for one that basically looks exactly like an M4, I mean, technically speaking, even like the G&G LMG takes it. I would say the MCR from Golden Eagle, that one does it as well. That one takes regular M4 mags. All right, and this one's on a shocker. Ooh, this one's good. If you guys were looking to get into LMGs, but you wanted something that was going to be very, very easy transition, I would say go for this. This has actually made my list. I'm surprised more people didn't watch it. My top LMG list. Highly recommend that you guys take a look at that, especially if you want to get into LMGs. Right, highly recommend. I'm very proud of my list. Right, this is a very easy entry gun to get into it because it's essentially an M4 lower with an LMG upper. Right, it's very, very simple. Very, very simple to get into. Using standard version 2 gearbox. Magazine compatibility is like across the board. It can take regular M4 magazines just fine. And you can buy this box mag individually as well. So if you want to swap it out for a different box mag, you're more than welcome to. Okay, keeps going through. How much time we got? We got like 28 minutes left, guys. We're in the final stretch of the live stream right now. Remember, guys, asking you the question, was 2023 a good year for you? If not, or if so, let me know down in the live chat. Are you looking forward to 2024? Do you have any Airsoft New Year's resolutions or any New Year's resolutions and in general? Let me know down in the live chat. Okay, Casper, missing anything? What airsoft role would you recommend? Anything but the hater. I don't like the grip. Honestly, Thane, that would have been my recommendation. Would have been the hater. Elite Force does have the other. Let's see, Elite Force revolver. They did have another revolver. CO2 powered. That was pretty damn good. Yeah, I remember this one. This one pretty good. Actually, that one's not pretty. That one's pretty sick. Actually, I actually do like this one as well. But is the airsoft one? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes. Smith & Wesson licensed M&P R8. That one's pretty cool too. That one's pretty sick as well. And that one's hella discounted right now. It's under 91. It's like, dude, it's less than $100. It's less than $100. I'm gonna link that as well. I'm gonna link this as well. There we go. Link that as well. This is pretty sick. You probably would like this one as well. There's also, I mean, you can also go with the smoke wagon. Yeah, and the limited edition white. The white with the gold lace. Oh, that's freaking nice, man. The gold cylinder, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty sick, man. That's another one that I would probably recommend as well. That one's a little bit pricier, $165, but hey, man, part of the Old West now, right? That's an Old West loadout right there. I'd love to see more cowboy shit out there. You guys are from the Bay Area? Me too. And if you're engulfed on Sundays, let's squad up. Okay, I see. You see, I got kills at Milsim West with a bone stock Mac 11. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, just bone stock Mac 11, right? You can get some pretty decent kills, right? Like, you can just bone stock guns in general. You can get kills, right? You don't always need to go like upgrade your gun to the nines in order to bring it to a Milsim event. In some situations, very specifically, it can help, yes. But as long as you got the range and accuracy, that's the biggest thing, really, at the end of the day. As long as it's got the range and accuracy, that has got to be the most important thing. Of course, just functioning, right? That's the biggest thing. Dartree joining. What's good, man? What's good, man? How you doing, buddy? How you doing, bruh? Zubinel, is the G3 on your list of options for your mystery box? Zubinel, well, is if you mean my mystery box, like my private collection. So I don't have a preset list, Zubinel. I don't have a preset list. Mine is also going to be based on requests, guns that I've owned, guns that I currently own right now, guns that I want to own or that I have some experience with, or guns that I just really like. And if you really like G3s and battle rifles, that's definitely an option, man. I love me some battle rifles. I own a G3, so technically speaking, that would be an option that I would if you made a request for it, I could potentially. I can't guarantee anything, right? Obviously, depends on the budget we have per box, but at the end of the day. If you happen to be lucky, and you want a G3, I can see what I can do about making it happen, brother. I can see what I can do about making it happen and getting you that G3. Because I love G3s. I think G3s are dope. I think they are absolutely freaking sick. Isaias, gonna have me run around with an LMG in my noodle arms. Hey man, Mish, I'm just saying, man. Just getting an LMG is one of the reasons why like that. It kind of like helped motivate me to like go to the gym a little bit more and start lifting, right? Because now that I actually can lift a little bit more, I'm like, okay, I've always been fairly like good about like having a strong mindset and like just being pretty determined for stuff. Like I don't quit very easily on things. I don't generally quit things very easily. So even if I'm struggling with something, I'm like, no, I can stick with it, right? And the same thing went when I was like initially running my LMG, right? I was like, no, I can do it. I kept telling myself that, and I stuck with it. But that was one of the big motivations for me to, like work out was so that I can get in better shape. So like carrying around an LMG is not that much of an inconvenience. I don't get that tired, and honestly, to this point, like I don't really get that tired carrying an LMG anymore. Like yeah, obviously running around like at Milsim West is definitely one way to tire you out, especially if you're doing like nonstop action and having to move around constantly. Yeah, of course, just like anyone else, I get tired, but I don't feel it as bad anymore. And if you're saying you got noodle arms, man, don't even trip about it, man. Don't even trip about it. Like carrying, like if you were gonna go with an LMG, for example, Mish, the one that I showed, the MCR, that's very light. That's a very lightweight gun. It's a little bit heavier than some M4s, but it's not the worst in the world. Like it's very easy to do with, and again, it's gonna really help motivate you. I need to get a little stronger. Maybe just start lifting some weights, man. That's what I recommend to everyone, right? If you guys want to just be a little bit more like active and not feel like you're dying constantly on the field, doing a little bit of like cardio and doing a little bit of like lifting really goes a long way. And I would recommend that anyone is curious or is wanting to do a Milsim event, I recommend that before anything else, before working on the gun, you're gonna be the best in the world, but if you're not in like shape to at least walk, I'm not even saying run, just walk a mile without being completely gassed. Like if you can't do that, I would say maybe work on that first before anything else. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but that would be something that I would recommend. Because there was actually, I think I've told this story before, there was a guy who wanted to tail with our team, right? He wanted to go with our team. He was friends of a friend, and we're like, sure, yeah, you can come with us, bro. He was so focused on the gear. He was so focused on like having the correct looking gun. He's like, yeah, I want to do it for this kid, this kid. I'm like, okay. You want to do this kid? That's cool, right? As long as you have the right camos and everything, which he did, thank God. But literally on the walk to the event, like to the AO, right, to our PB, like maybe about halfway there. Right? He wasn't even walking for an hour. And he just collapsed. Like he literally collapsed. He was like exhausted. Apparently he was dehydrated. Didn't collapse, and he didn't do any training beforehand, right? He didn't think like, oh yeah, let me properly prepare and just drink some water. Like I'm like, dude, like what the heck were you thinking, man? Like he didn't just properly prepare. He underestimated what it was, and he just collapsed. So I had to, thankfully at this time, I was working a vehicle crew with one of my teammates, so I gave up my spot, let him take, and I just walked the rest of the way and I had a lot of walking to do, but I was fine. Like I didn't get tired at all. Like I've done that walk before, like with gear. It's not that bad. The most annoying part is the fact that if you don't have nods or you don't have a flashlight, you can't see. But like, whatever. At the end of the day, right? This guy, man, he held up the event. We had to take him back. Like it was a whole thing to like try to get this guy out of there, and he had to sit out for the rest of the day. It was the first night. It was the first like literally maybe like an hour. Like this guy was done, and I was like, man, that sucked for this guy. That absolutely sucked. But I mean, just goes to show though. Just goes to show, right? You got to be prepared, and I would recommend most of you guys, like again, if you were thinking about doing longer duration games, like a longer Milsim event, just do a little bit of light cardio and light lifting. Trust me, it will help you. Okay, he's throwing through. If you have a team spec, look for team spec. If you have GVR, you may have to look harder depending on handguard. There are universal team spec barrel nuts you may be able to use. Yes. Again, some of them are a little bit picky with what rail systems they will work with. Oh, barrel nuts. So just again, sometimes it requires a little. We've actually had to modify some barrel nuts before in the past, I believe, to get them to work with certain rails. But again, it was a very, very case by case scenario. All right, guys, we got like how much? Like 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left of the stream. Hot damn, that time has been flying by fast, man. Guys, make sure to go ahead and ask your airsoft related questions. If you want to ask me personal questions, you're more than welcome to do so as well. I'm an open book. I don't keep any secrets from you guys at all. So feel free to, unless I packed a mystery box for you and you're hoping to find out what I gave you. You're not finding out until you get that box. You're not finding out until you get that box. Chef Panicog, oof, bro. Isaias' first day of training back in basic from being out with stress fractures. Had to do a 10-mile ruck march. No bueno. Thankfully, Chef, you wouldn't ever have to do a 10-mile ruck. The most you would be doing would be like maybe a mile and a half, right? If we're doing like a patrol, maybe 2 miles and like that, and you're doing it at like walking speed with no gear too when you're on patrols, right? The most is gonna be the initial ruck to the PB, and that's with gear. But, like, it ain't that bad, bro. It's 1 mile. It's 1 mile. Me giving financial advice is like when me gave marriage. What the fuck? What the heck are you... What the heck? What is happening there? Heading out to dinner with the Mayfair lady. Have a great night, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Brewer. Hopefully, your New Year is fantastic as well. I'm going to be hanging out with... Actually, what are you guys doing for New Year's? I'm hanging out with my family tomorrow. Inviting them over for just a light dinner and some cocktails. That's going to be about it. I think we're homemaking some pizzas. Oh, man. Maybe the next time I have like an unofficial Mayo Gang meet at my house, I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just make homemade pizzas, because I'm not going to lie. Our homemade pizzas that my fiance and I make, holy shit. That is literally my favorite pizza ever. Like, I make a bomb-ass freaking tomato sauce, man. I make a bomb-ass pizza sauce. So freaking good. So freaking good. Maybe next time, like the next Mayo Gang that we do at my house, we'll do homemade pizzas. Like build your own pizza. I'll have like a whole station of like toppings. You build your own. Let's see. Keep scrolling through. Thanks. Back in here. Make sure. I want the mystery box truck, but my bank account don't. No, I get that. Man. That's that mystery box truck is definitely something. That's like in the event that we get like a Mr. Beast type character being like, you know what? I'm just gonna order. That'd be kind of cool. Make a whole video of it. I'm surprised he doesn't do that. Right? Someone like that just buys the mystery box truck, right? Has us meet him at an airsoft field, right, where he's playing at, and then he does an announcement with a bullhorn, right, and he's like, all right, guys, open him up the trunk. Every person has 5 seconds to grab something from the truck, right? He opens it up. One person at a time goes in and he grabs it, and he just gives it all away. That'd be that'd be kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. That would be pretty damn sick. Let's see, make sure. That's what credit cards and bank loans are for. Oof, Casper, that's some bad financial decisions. I'm gonna say that's some bad financial decisions. Zubanel, 2023 was good, but the fam got sick on the weekend of what would have been my first Milsim, so hoping to make it up in 2024. Thankfully, Zubanel, we actually got a few Milsim events that are planned for this coming year. So, stay tuned for all those. And maybe, Zubanel, depending on where you're at, man, maybe you might be able to make it out for a BB Wars event next time. That would actually be very, very cool. Maybe you can come out to a BB Wars event. That'd be pretty sick and get to meet you. New Year's resolution is to finish my builds. Got a P90 build. I'm trying to get ready for the next BB Wars for medic class. Actually, I have a P92. Chef, I'm not. If you do like if we stick with the medic classes still, I'm gonna bring my P90 so you can dual wield P90s. That's gonna be hilarious. That is gonna be absolutely hilarious. But it'd be kind of cool to roll as a medic, right? Just kind of like just rolling around like wherever the field needs me, right? Just patching people up and getting them back in the fight with a small little SMG. That'd be pretty sick. But no, I get that. That is also one of my New Year's resolutions as well. I had 3 resolutions that I go over in tomorrow's podcast, and one of them was, being able to finish my loadouts. The Vietnam kit, though, is going to be the first one. I know I'm waiting for Ackright to build his and finish his, send me pics so I can send him my progress on mine as well. Pixar didn't happen. But yeah, I'm waiting for him to get back with that with those picks, man. Ackright, if you're still listening, man, I want to see your picks, man. Where's your kid at, man? Where's your kid at? We got to match the next time. Maybe. Oh, actually, that'd be kind of hot. That'd be kind of hot next BB Wars if we get a few guys going like McV Sog or kits, right? If we do like Tiger Stripe camos, oof, that'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Is the Lance Tactical Strike 4.3 good? Oxpeasel. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that name. I'm so sorry. But to answer your question, Strike 4.3, yeah, I like the Strike. Granted, I'm not a huge fan of the design of like the cuts on the slide, but performance-wise, yeah, man, it's dope. How the hell? Strike. There we go. Pretty sure that's how you do it. Yes. Ooh, and what I love is that it comes included with the red dot mount. That's pretty sick. That's actually pretty cool. Actually, that's a banging deal. It's normally $190. It's on sale for $142. I'm gonna link that so you guys can see it for yourself. That is pretty sick. That's pretty wild, man. That's pretty wild. I would go for that. I'd go for that. That's pretty cool. And again, it's a 4.3. Like it's a solid pistol, man. Like I would go. I love more compact pistols in general. So this is right up my alley. Keys went through. Chance for me to get RPD from your box. Last I checked, we don't have an RPD, man. I would love to have like an RPD. Like we had the LCT one for a while, but that one sold out a while ago. And this one was expensive. Take a look at that. That was going for $1,139, right? Like it still exists out there. Like I probably should have picked one up, but man, that was expensive, man. Like I would. This is like nearing the price point of like next generation Recoil Shock Mark 46, right? Between the two, for that much, if I'm gonna spend $1,000, I'd rather get the Mark 46, or I'd rather get the Classic Army M133 Mini Vulcan. That's what I would personally do. But yeah, these two, or this one specifically, like if you got it, like you would have to get this, and then you would have to chop it like right about here. You'd have to chop it literally right about there so you only get that much space of it. But it would look clean, especially for a MACV SOG kit. It would look really, really cool. Joseph Keen, is the MCR a good one? Never mind, answered it low. Yeah, no worries, dude. But yeah, to answer it directly, yes. The MCR out of the box is solid. It's a great build if you want to get into LMGs. It's very basic, very easy to upgrade right from the get-go. Let's see here. Chef Panic, like a gentle caress. Nice. Is the Gen 4 outer barrel compatible with the Gen 3? I think when we tested it, I think it was, but I would have to get back to you on that one. If anything, Joseph Keen, you can DM us with that question again so we can double check. But I feel like when we tested it out, I think it did work. I think is the hop-up compatible? I don't know if the hop-ups are the exact same. But I believe the outer barrel should work. Oh God, listen to Isaiah's silky voice while I dream up a giveaway like a gentle caress. I don't think my voice is that silky though. I normally wouldn't regard my voice as something that is silky. That's not an adjective I would use to describe it. Not silky. Cutter, good to see you again, man. Happy New Year. Kind of Happy New Year's. It's tomorrow, but same thing. Happy kind of New Year's to you, Cutter. How you doing, man? For those that are just joining right now, my question to everyone in the chat is, was 2023 a good year for you, whether it be for Airsoft, whether it be for personal? If it wasn't, let me know why. I'm also curious to hear about that as well. And then 2024 coming up. Are you guys looking forward to the new year? Do you have any Airsoft New Year's resolutions or just New Year's resolutions in general? I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say. We got like 12, like 11 minutes left of the stream. So make sure you guys participate while you can, while you guys can. And remember, guys, we have plenty of guns that are discounted right now. Plenty of shocker deals going on. Some up to like 50% off. Some of these deals are insane. So take advantage now while you guys can. All right, let's keep scrolling through. Keep scrolling through. See, make sure you're missing anything. Want to make it to BB Wars at some point. Yeah, zooming out, it'd be absolutely dope. Where are you from, man? Where are you from? Because we definitely are going to be doing a Texas BB Wars this year. Hopefully, I can go to that one. I would love to do that. And we are hopefully, because again, the last time we were there at US Airsoft World, freaking the guys there, especially the owner Frank, was very cool. He was a very, very stand-up guy. He was very happy to see us. He really much wanted us to come again. He was like, yeah, it's gonna be come out next time. It's like, dude, hell yeah, dude, I cannot wait. Especially if we can go again, because that field was amazing. Ask anyone like Chef that was there, dude. It was a banging field, absolutely banging field. So my car after work now. I had to show people how to cook scallops properly. What? Do they not know how? They not know how? Had to show people how to. Why? Does no one know how to cook? Does no one know how to cook in this day and age anymore? It was a tipsy-turvy year, but awesome all around. Yeah, Chef, I can see what for you, like, again, with, especially with what happened at Coastal Front with you and Trinity stuff. That sucked, man. That freaking sucked. But, they definitely had ups and downs. Honestly, just being able to hang out with you was definitely one of the highlights for the year. Being able to hang out with a lot of the guys that came out. You, Trinity, Casper. ACM, he actually showed up as well. I was not expecting that, to meet him randomly on the field. That was pretty cool. And him winning one of the raffles, that was funny as fuck. Yeah, dude, it was freaking sick, man. BB Wars, I think, has definitely been one of the bigger highlights of this year, because I had never been able to participate in them, and it was very, very cool, especially now that I got to not only play in them, but be in kind of a, like, leadership administrative role. I get to see behind the scenes, like, what happens and what goes into making a BB Wars happen, right? So it was very, very cool. Chef Fennecog, yes, is BB Wars going to be using the classes next time again? Do you know? I don't think for Coastal Front they're going to dig it. I don't think so. I very much would like to see it come back, but I'm not 100% certain. I think because that was something that Tactical League had actually put together, and we worked with them to help to finalize it. But that was their idea. If you guys really like the idea of having the class system, then sure. I think we might shelve it for now, just because again, as cool as it is to have the class system, I really dig it. I love that. Not too many people were taking advantage of it, or at the very least, most people were just going and only going as riflemen. You know what I mean? Like, only going as riflemen, and it was like, okay, cool. Like, it was very much like a mostly riflemen. Maybe you saw like an LMG here and there, and like you were like I think you and like maybe one other guy were the only guys that were like properly kitted out for like a medic role, and I was like, bruh. Come on now, right? So I think we might show it for now, just because again, some people just don't really want to really follow rules when it comes to that. So like, we might still do like classes to an extent, but I think we might be more laid back. Like, I think we might have assigned medics. Like, okay, each team only has a certain number of medics. You can volunteer for it, and they'll have these special abilities, and like that's it, right? Like that is literally it. See here. I decided to infiltrate their team next. I mean, hey, Casper. I mean, you can, maybe be a sleeper agent. You work for them for a little bit, and then like, hey, if the table's turned, maybe you can like walk off the field, take off. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't actually do that. Don't actually do that. But it'd be cool. I mean, if you want to go with Rebels next time, hey, that's an option. That is an option, man. Okay, let's see. Let's scroll down the most recent comments. We got like 8 minutes left of the stream. Yeah, I think that is actually another thing that I wanted to do. Another thing for this coming year for 2024, one of my resolutions. Another one that I did that I mentioned was actually to participate in more airsoft events, specifically BB Wars. I really want to travel more for airsoft, right? I love traveling in general, right? I love traveling in general. I mean, fuck, like I'm gonna be having my wedding in Mexico, like. That's something I'm really much looking forward to. But just traveling for airsoft would be super freaking cool, because I've always seen the vlogs that Boaz and Cisco would put together for BB Wars, especially when they go out to like Texas and stuff, right? And it always looks so cool, right? It always looks so fun. And I got to do the road trip with Bossman, Cisco, Boaz. We even brought like Storefront buddy Justin, right? My homie Justin. And Justin and I went, we literally went to the same high school together, and we played airsoft growing up. So like we never would have thought we would have been in a position where we're like, dude, we're traveling as Airsoft GI to like in like we're with the boys, right? We're with the boys traveling for marketing, participating in like, and it ended up becoming a main video too, right? Participating in this main video and this whole vlog series, right? For Airsoft GI and playing as employees. Like that was, I never would have imagined that I would have been in this position. And I feel so fortunate and blessed that I am. And that's something like just, when you look at me and have that perspective, it's like, oh man, it's so freaking cool, right? But I want to do more of that. It always looked fun when I would see it from the outside. And now that I get to be a part of it, I'm like, I'm hooked. I want to travel more. I want to travel to Texas. I want to have BB Wars East be a thing and be able to go out. Which, by the way, I know if some of you guys on the East Coast that are watching right now, yes, we are still working to get BB Wars East a thing. If you guys are like maybe have contact with a big, and I mean a big field out there at BB Wars East, and they want to work with us, then tell them to contact us. Tell them to contact us, and get a hold of us. What's a good contact info we can reach them? A good reliable one that they can answer soon. Because one of the things we hate too is when we're giving contact info for fields and stuff, and they don't answer. They don't answer their emails. They don't respond back. They ghost us, and it's like, okay, cool. So get wrecked, I guess, right? So if you guys want to be, help make that happen, definitely by all means go for it. We'd love to do a BB Wars East Coast, or worst case scenario, hey, what if a BB Wars Midwest? Maybe somewhere out in Ohio, right? Maybe somewhere else in the Midwest, right? Like I could see that. Absolutely, I could see that. But it's only gonna be possible with your guys' help, right? Only gonna be possible with your guys' help. See, make sure I miss anything. Come out to Orlando, Florida, or Florida. Florida would be another thing. Though I'm not gonna lie, Joseph Keane, I swear to God, the minute I see a gator walk onto the airsoft field, I'm just taking a flight back home. I'm not dealing with that shit. I am not dealing with fucking gators and mosquitoes the size of pterodactyls taking me away, man. Your thoughts on optics? This comes from Reed Graham. What's going on, Reed? Thoughts on optics? I like optics. I think not every single person necessarily needs an optic because it depends on your playstyle. I think if you're playing indoors, optics are there for show. I'm pretty like even Sigma. Like he's fucking. Honestly, Sigma's fucking goated at indoor, right? Even he said like, yeah, indoors he doesn't use optics just for looks, and I kind of agree to that. Honestly, it's a trace unit. Really, at the end of the day, it's a trace unit. At the end of the day, it's going to get the job done. But I think in general, optics can be very useful if your playstyle allows for it. BB Wars Midwest is a trap. It's a trap. What the heck? I'll keep asking y'all to come out to Missouri. One of our fields, Mass, Mo, Airsoft, and simulation site is pretty sweet. That's the thing. Like, that's another thing too. Like, if the field wants to work with us, absolutely dope. But it has to also be like have a good turnout too. Like, if we were to make an announcement, right? Like theoretically, and this is something you can ask the field. It's a good question. Ask the field. Okay. Let's say that GI comes out. What do you think realistically is the expected turnout? What do you think the expected turnout is? If it's like, oh yeah, we'll have like 50 guys, maybe 30 or like 40 people, it's like, all right, yeah, no, I hate to say it, but like that ain't worth it. Like it's just not worth it for that. Now, if we're talking like, over 100, over 150, if we're talking maybe 200, we're talking some bigger numbers here in the hundreds. Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas, and that's something that is worth looking into. We're going to try our damnedest to make that happen. But again, we got to see the turnout for it as well. Angel Fuentes, can you give us a sneak peek of tomorrow's podcast? I mean, I kind of already did. We were talking. We're talking about New Year's resolutions. I kind of mentioned mine, two of mine. Number one was going to be finishing the loadouts that I have currently. Finishing my kits and putting them all together and finalizing them because I want to be able to have a whole collection in my armory, my garage. I want to be able to have like mannequin setup so I have all of my stuff on display. So it's like, okay, I need to go this type of loadout for today, and I just grab it and go, right? I want to be able to have a whole like armory of just like and displays of like my stuff, right? That'd be dope. That's the dream. And then the last resolution for me would have been being able to travel more for Airsoft and participate in more BB Wars events. I want more BB Wars events to be a thing. I really, really do because I have so much fun doing them. And it'd be cool too if we can get like the Mayo Gang, kind of like the Mayo Gang or the Mayo Gang caravan, right? Where we got obviously the marketing guys, myself, Boaz, Cisco. right? And then we also got like guys like Chef. We got guys like Stitch, Dark Tree rolling with us as well. Trinity, maybe we can get some more guys coming as well. Act Right would be really dope. Get all those guys to come with, right, and just do caravan style, right, and just chill. Real Wild would be dope as well. I would love to have him there. Brewer, Seabass, Real Wild, and his kid would actually be pretty cool. Just to kind of go on this mass conglomerate, just going in. You know, that would be dope. That would absolutely be freaking sick. As Kevin Casper, dude, Casper, if you can come with us to like the next people awards that we do, dude, it'd be sick. It'd be sick. It's your oof misery. Yeah, that's freaking sick. Again, like I'm not opposed to going to Missouri. I'm not opposed to going to any state. Again, my only thing with Florida is just I don't fuck with Gators, man. I don't fuck with Gators, dude. Oh man, Wardens get that far. I'd love to do that. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we got like 1 minute left. Yeah, we got like 1 minute left. Do I need a bucking or am I fine without it? I mean, all airsoft guns need a bucking, but in general, if you're upgrading your stuff, you might as well go for the bucking. That's why Unicorn is so banging, because Unicorn Airsoft, when you buy their inner barrels for an AEG, they'll come included with the bucking and the hop-up nub in addition to the inner barrel. For gas bucks, they'll come included with the bucking as well. Their Airsoft appreciation event this year hit 100, 200-ish people. It was packed. Also a free event, I think. Oh, okay. So zooming out. Again, if you think you can make it happen, talk to management there. Hit us up, Discord. DM us on Discord, Instagram, or Facebook. I think Discord would probably be best. Join our Discord server, and then we can talk. We can make this happen. If you want us to come out to Missouri, dude, we can see what we can do. So, we can see what we can do. We can see what we can do about making this happen, dude. You just gotta, again, DM us all the details and stuff and be in contact with them. You'll essentially end up being kind of like our ambassador, our envoy to that field, and we can see about making it happen, dude. Again, I would love to make it happen. All right. Sweet mercy. It is 5:30. You guys know what that means. It is the end of the Storefront live stream. Guys, it has absolutely been real. Thank you to everyone that joined for today's stream. I had an absolute blast just hanging out with you. I actually genuinely enjoy doing these more like laid back, chill streams. Stay tuned. We are going to be doing another live stream coming this Tuesday. Monday we are going to be off, so there's not going to be any Monday streams, but I am still going to be doing my No Flight List live stream this Tuesday. If you wanted to get multiple entries into the shopping spree giveaway and increase your odds of winning, you definitely want to make sure that you are tuned in for that one. Make sure to spread the word, Mayo Gang. Let everyone know the next stream you're going to want to join. And we also have tomorrow's podcast going live as well. Tomorrow's podcast is going to be very interesting. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Watch that very much in the spirit of the New Year's. Again, guys, big shout out to everyone that participated in the chat, and bigger shout out to everyone, right, that just watched the stream, right? It means the world to me that you chose to spend your free time hanging out with me and the rest of the Mayo Gang. My name is Isaias. It has been absolutely real, guys. It has been an absolute blast of a year. I've enjoyed every single stream that I've done with you guys. I genuinely mean that. It's thanks to you guys that I'm able to do this, that I have this job right now, that I'm in the position that I'm in, that I'm able to stream and hang out with you guys, right? And have that be part of my job. That's actually very, very cool. That's something that I genuinely look forward to. You guys make it all worth